Hosting a show in the world today takes everything you got. The show can end up being awful boring and your brain begins to rot. Wouldn't you like to have some fun? Sometimes you gotta go where everybody is insane, and the jokes are never lame. We got the stories you wanna hear and the facts that you wanna know. We're the best thing on the radio. Every little thing is original. You'll laugh till you're in tears. So just forget we stole this song from Cheers.
Welcome everyone to Man Cave Live. I'm your host, the great and powerful Pudgy. And with us this week is John. The Captain. Mark.
Take my symphony with me everywhere.
But the crowd loves it.
I know, it's great. Thank you. Hi.
Welcome to the show. And also, we have a special guest, listeners. That's right, crowd. Listen. He's a dear friend of mine, an old friend of mine, and that is Chito. Bandito.
How you doing, everybody? How you doing? How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Just a good night. Everything was good.
All right.
They love you.
Yes. Welcome back, listeners, viewers, Caveaholics, Cavemaniacs, working title. Oh,
I'm telling you.
they like both. Apparently they like both.
I am lovable.
All right, crowd, shut it.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah, got to get them like that sometimes.
Very responsive.
So welcome back, viewers, as I said, uninterrupted by our wonderful studio audience. Really, though, I know we've told you the cat is out of the bag. This is really a garage, not a multi-million-dollar studio. Or is it?
Well,
maybe multiple
if we were
Bitcoin
placed
studio.
in DC, this would be a multi-million-dollar home. So
yeah, the same square footage actually.
Yeah.
Multi-million-dollar home.
Multi-million-dollar home. And that's not a lie. DC is super
Y'all stretched that Bitcoin, huh?
Yeah, well, we did. Yep. We stretched the shit out of it. Thank you, anonymous Sir Gavin from the UK. It's not really anonymous.
See, we're old poor. We know how to make money last. For a long time.
Old poor. It's like that old rich.
That thing's $1.50. No. This thing's 99 cents.
And it's made by Parade brand, so it tastes like shit.
Don't
but
get
it will
Colgate.
Last.
Get Equate up there.
Equate way up there. All right, Blackjack. You've been obviously a big fan of the show.
Oh yeah, of course.
So how do you feel about Blackjack replacing Jim Nee and the Crickets?
Fuck that guy. That's how I feel. How
Honestly,
about that?
I mean, Jiminy had his own little, his little quirks, but Blackjack, I can dig with Blackjack. I like Blackjack.
Yes,
yeah, definitely.
I like Blackjack mainly because he doesn't.
How's it going, Blackjack?
He doesn't talk back.
Nothing.
See,
Nothing.
Hey, Blackjack, why don't you go and hit it for us? He says nothing afterwards. He doesn't.
Well, see, like with me, I'm kind of a little asshole, and I like people to talk back. That's just me though. That's just me. I like that.
Yeah. So you like the shit talk back?
Yeah.
man.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, you're Hispanic like I am, so when nothing can be nice.
No, not at all.
Kind of sort of like that audience participation, even though he wasn't audience. He was kind of like that Conan talking to his drummer thing, Yeah. Or fucking, who was it? David Letterman talking to Paul, his piano player.
I was convinced Paul wasn't human. No, I'm still convinced he's not human. Nobody looks like that for what, 80 years?
He was
How long
on,
David's been on?
Yeah.
He was on a season or two ago of The Masked Singer. Paul was, and everyone thought he was Martin Short. Everyone was like, that's got to be Martin Short. That's got to
Really?
be Martin Short. Yeah, and even Ginny, the butcher, and I were at home going, yeah, that's Martin Short. Took off his mask. It was totally fucking Paul Schaefer. What's his name?
I think it is Schaefer.
Yeah, maybe. I know there's a famous Paul Schaefer. I'm not sure if we're sorry at home. We don't.
Paul Schaefer, like the serial killer.
But
like,
yeah, you're right.
Wrong one.
He looks like a goddamn alien. He looks like an infant,
No, this can't
fresh
be it.
from the womb.
First thing that
Fresh
pulled
from
up,
the womb.
this Paul Schaefer can't be it. First thing that pulled up was Paul Schaefer obituary.
Yep.
No,
Nope.
no,
Okay.
no, no.
Paul from letter.
Paul from Letterman.
Let him. It is Paul Schaefer.
Did Paul Schaefer die?
No, I spelled it wrong.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was Paul Shaver
Oh my
Shaver.
God.
with the
you.
V.
We can't do another one, man. Sean Connery and Alex Trebek.
Trebek.
Yeah.
Oh.
God.
Yep.
And
You know what?
as a result,
I want to cheers him.
we will bear the week. We will save that for in a few minutes. But as a result of those two deaths, there are all kinds of memes on YouTube right now of the SNL Jeopardy with Trebek and Sean Connery.
Like your mother, Trebek. Oh, they were both in that same.
Yeah. Well, Sean Connery himself was never on it.
Neither was
And
Trebek.
neither was Trebek.
Yeah, but they
Right.
were. The skit was.
Yeah, they
was the same
were.
with
Sean Connery was always on Jeopardy.
Wait, are you going to tell me that Burt Reynolds already got it?
Yeah, just recently. You know who hasn't though? Michael? No. Who's the older one? Kirk Douglas. He's 104 years old.
Oh, Michael Douglas is dead, huh?
No, Michael Douglas is his son.
Son. Oh.
Michael Douglas
No, I
is still
think he's
alive.
101.
Either way, he's over 100.
Yeah,
He's over 100. Kirk Douglas.
Kirk Douglas.
Still alive. Kirk Douglas is the father.
Yeah,
And Michael
father,
Douglas is the son.
Michael Douglas is the son.
Yeah. And Michael Douglas is like 70, 80, still walking around having to lead his elderly father.
Yeah, right.
This dude needs a walker himself,
Hey, but he's got that.
He's got Cameron Zeta-Jones.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's got.
man.
That's true.
That's how he stays
Shit.
young and
Catherine,
spry.
I mean, Catherine
Like
Zeta-Jones.
you can't make fun of him because you're right. He's got that chick from what was that movie with Sean
Entrapment.
Connery?
It was
Entrapment.
Sean
Yeah.
Entrapment.
With that ass.
That's all. That yeah.
That's all everyone remembers.
Yep.
That one scene, the slink.
Yeah, where she's getting under the lasers.
The laser,
and,
yeah, the alarm. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
That's
I don't
the
even
only
know
thing
what-
I remember from that movie.
yeah, I was gonna say, I don't even remember the movie. I think it was a laser. What was the premise? I don't know. They were trying to do laser dances underneath this thing.
Yeah. She was an undercover cop that was trying to do something, and she was either catching Sean Connery or trying to use Sean Connery to catch something else and do
Yeah,
it. in
so
a shady
laser
way.
dances.
Yeah,
better.
yeah. Which is why the movie was called Entrapment. If you could see past that ass.
That ass though.
It's up there with Kate Beckinsale, baby. It's just amazing.
Kate Beckinsale.
She's beautiful,
Yes, she is.
but I'm more of a.
She just looks nice in leather.
I'm more of a Scarlet guy.
Scarlett Johansson.
I agree with you,
Like him with some
but I also
thickness.
agree with what Pudgy just said. Kate Beckinsale looks amazing in leather.
Yes,
But Scarlett Johansson looks even better in leather.
in everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like
pretty much.
she's the only actress that I feel about right now that got thick, and I'm like, yeah.
Going off on a little bit of tangent, we talked about it a little bit last episode. I don't know who she is, but the woman that's in Queen's Gambit, the main character chick from A Queen's Gambit.
Really?
No, the adult, not the kid or the teenage.
No, but I meant like
yeah, the redhead. Oh, yeah, buddy.
she's got a fugly face, but all right.
What? No, I could see that thing stare at me all day.
Also, who I like also is Jessica Biel.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen her in anything for a while.
Well, I think her fucking broke up. I think they
For
broke
a
up,
while
so-
he owned MySpace for a while.
I think he still does.
Does he still own MySpace?
I think he owns at least a big portion of it,
Yeah, probably.
which it's, MySpace, where social media goes to die.
Well, MySpace was gone for a while, and then it was Justin Timberlake.
Came back, and now it's like some artists.
Well,
you know what? Man Cave Live should make a MySpace.
Yeah,
How long does that take? We'll make it on there.
Well, to give Justin Timberlake a little bit of credit, he is a way better actor than. Honestly, I don't like his music, and that's not me. You know what I mean? But his acting,
I like some of his music.
Cry me a river.
His acting is pretty.
It's a
fucking
parody
good,
in
man.
itself. That's why I like it.
Okay, yeah. But honestly, I like him as an actor.
I think his best movie is In Time. You ever seen In Time?
Yes.
That movie is
Yes.
incredible.
The sci-fi alone in that is just mind-blowing. It just it leaves a lot of open thought.
Mm-hmm.
You sit there and just think about like, are we really headed in that way? And like, how far in the future is that? Because it's possible.
It is
I mean, it's not possible. It's plausible. It's going to happen because that's how the human race will. Why not?
Think
To live
about
forever.
people having time as a currency and people living for thousands of
it's
years.
absolutely-
And this one guy had 1,000,000 years locked in a vault. I mean, Jesus.
What I liked is that game that they played, that Russian roulette or whatever. That
Oh, yeah. It was how they bet.
Yeah.
So you would give people time by holding their risk on the bottom, and you would take time by being on the wrist on the bottom.
yeah.
Right.
And he gave all the way but like 15 seconds of his life to win a poker game.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, that was an intense scene.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
15 seconds of it. Just thinking about it makes me go like, no, what are
Well,
you
it's
doing?
even extra special because that's how his father died. His father died in a poker game by going all in, except for like 20 seconds, essentially enough time to find out if he won, and he lost, so he died.
No.
Olivia Munn's in that movie is the mother. She plays Justin Timberlake's mother.
Olivia Munn or is it Olivia Wilde?
I'm sorry, you're totally right. It's Olivia Wilde. That was
Yeah,
my bad.
I know my
It's
pretty
Olivia
bitch.
Wilde.
I know my pretty bitches.
Touche. But because the idea is, your time starts at the age of 25 and you never age again. So for as long as you live, you always look the way you looked at 25.
Mm-hmm.
So Olivia Wilde is Justin Timberlake's
Was 25
mother,
a good year for
even
me?
though Justin Timberlake is older than Olivia Wilde.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if 25 was a good year for me. Did I look good, or was it like the fat pudgy or
And
the
this
skinny
wet,
pudgy?
this wet tobacco is super hard to light. I'm sorry, go on.
I forgot what I was saying. We're going to edit that out because there was never a fat pudgy. Never.
Yeah,
That you'll see.
His
Check
nickname
my
is
mood.
absolutely ironic. Yeah.
You'll never see a fat person named Pudgy ever. Because it's copyrighted. So if you ever use it, you're fucking done. Not true. Yet. Oh, Cutter.
Yes. Thank you.
So I just want to go give the cheers to raise a glass to Alex Trebek, but we can't do that without a glass. So we're gonna go right into beer of the week.
Beer.
I'm going for a beer. And this week, this beer, or this episode, because let's be real, nobody knows when I'm going to upload this. I don't even know when I'm going to upload this. I may delete it or forget about it. We won't know until you see it. Then I'll look back and be like, did I do that? Did I upload that? I did, and I forgot to edit it, or I messed it up, or, a lot of work involved in here, folks. I don't think people give enough credit to the YouTubers and podcasters out there. You guys that take this professionally, I applaud you. I will have a glass
Yeah, there's
to that.
actually a whole lot of work that goes into social media as a job.
Yeah,
you know?
I wasn't aware of that until I got into it here, and I'm learning as I go. And, you'll see some of that here a little bit later in the show. But we've been doing the podcast for 3 years now, and it seems to be kind of a hit. Not kind of, but kind of is. People like us, people listen to us. And I think it's
We're starting to have fans on the show.
Yeah.
Huh?
Not only is Chito a longtime friend, he's also a super fan of the show.
Yes, sir. Yes.
He can probably recite most of it better than I can because I don't listen to our show.
Just to kind of toot our own horn,
not
I
that
always
great.
get super excited whenever I meet just out in public fans that are like, "Oh, hey, you sound familiar."
I think it's unique when people talk to me, and I guess they think that how I am on the show is not very much the same how I am in
No,
public.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I think a lot of times when I'm around people, I'm usually either doing something or very much hungover because I'm too busy doing the show. And the show will make you quite hungover.
There was one party that you went to without us, and you happened to meet like 20 people there that they were like the first fans you had ever met.
Yeah, I didn't think people were actually listening to
this.
this.
This was back before episode 100. Before episode like 80.
I knew people were downloading it because I saw these downloads, and I thought, it's like, that's just a number. I don't know what that means. When you see thousands of them, you're like, well, there's got to be bots. Nobody's really listening to this. And then you find out that people have heard about it, And I was humbled by that. I was like, really? Like, Space Stars, oh, beer of the week, and, work news. I'm like,
Pudgy was looking around like, are you guys fucking with me?
Yeah.
Like, somebody
Who told you?
Yeah.
Somebody here? Somebody's here. And they're fucking with me about this. But no, that wasn't the case. It was a very, cheers to those people. I forget your names because I was at a brewery, and I'm glad I met you. But, I was already 5 beers in by the time you started speaking to me. So I'm the asshole, and I'm sorry that I don't remember all of your names. I do remember that girl you were with. God. She was hyper white. She had glorious red hair. She was all of it like twice my height, so 6 foot. Legs for days, I tell you.
Do you think that as a short man, you have a thing for taller women? Now, I'm asking seriously because I know that Angela is about your height.
I don't think I should say what my thing is.
It's all women.
And I think that
well, it's just because every short person I've ever met, every short man that I've ever met, they had a thing for taller women. And I don't mean just like 5'8". I mean like 6'4". Like think tall women.
I think that has a lot to do with people that have to compensate. I'm very comfortable I was born, they're going to be this height. You had to get comfortable with it someday. And I got comfortable with being shorter than most a very long time ago. So no.
I'm short. Get over it.
No, I don't have a fetish or whatever, a fixation with taller women. I just like all women.
Sure.
For the most part.
Sure.
Yes. I really do.
No discrimination at all.
No.
I agree.
And I think it's kind of funny that I have to bring, like ropes and stuff for the taller ones,
Gotta climb up the man.
I took a ropes course
hooks.
I took a ropes course just to date taller women, I like the challenge.
Good thing you're in the military. You know how to hook up.
I rappel down and give her the old heave ho at the end of it. It doesn't always work out that way, but
And remember when traveling downrange to take your blank adapter.
Yes, a blank adapter with your can of AIR.
A little bit of inside joke.
Blanket
with a lot of pun and sexual context.
Anyways, moving on.
Our bad.
So this week's our episode's Beer of the Week is by I think it's called Copperhead.
Black something?
No, he's
Black
talking about
Venom?
the brewery
Oh,
itself.
the brewery.
Yes, Copperhead Brewery, also out of Conroe, Texas.
Conroe.
So right up the road, Copperhead Brewing Company, and this is called their Black Venom. And it's got a very nifty, nasty, decrepit looking skeleton of a viper, obviously. It's
kind of dark. It's kind of difficult to see.
Yes, and this is an Imperial Stout, and it has
10%.
10%. Oh, well, we're about to get white girl wasted around here. Well, maybe not with this much, after the show. Maybe. If I'm still awake. All right, so to Alex Trebek and Sean Connery.
The man Trebek himself. Oh, God.
Cheers.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Building a speedboat.
Woo!
Oh, that's boozy.
Ugh.
Not bad, actually. It's pretty good.
I
like it.
taste all the 10% of that.
It's good, though. It's good, though.
Oh, man, you should have. That should have warned me.
That'll put some hair on your chest.
That's going to put hair on the back of my knees.
I think it's
Bottom of your feet.
It's a little too hot for this, actually. You know what I mean? So,
Right. So,
This
yeah.
is the kind of thing that I like, though.
Yeah.
I like the thicker, dark beers.
I usually like it when it's a lot colder, Because this is warming me up already.
Yeah.
That booze is already...
I'm already feeling it in my tummy right now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm not going to start lighting my pipe till after the beer because it's really getting a vanilla-y taste because of this tobacco.
Oh, well, I didn't even sniff it first.
got like a little fruity smell to it.
Yeah. I think it's almost a little bit of vanilla.
But there is coffee there. It's certainly
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee or espresso, maybe
Something.
a little bit of cocoa nibs, a tad bit, not as much as we put in it. Oh, there's brown sugar, brewed with dark brown sugar. So that's why it's boozy.
Okay.
They already had the sugars there, and it fermented into a lot of alcohol.
And you can kind of taste that kind of like molasses type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like brown sugar. You can taste it. It's pretty good. Not bad.
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of brewing with brown sugar. It really makes it gives it kind of a taste that I'm not sure I'm a fan of.
All right, man, Copperhead. I like the effort that you put into this. It's
Let us examine the taste in congruence with the name. Black Venom.
you know what? Yeah,
It fits it.
you know what? If you were being smug, he's like, let's just make it as boozy as fuck and
Yeah.
make it taste like venom.
Let's
Then
make
you
him, let's
succeeded.
make him drink it and go.
Because that's what happens when you get bit by a snake. You know what? I was gonna go like a 2. You've talked me into it. I'm gonna go straight 5 now. Full 5. Because this is great. Viewers, if you want to know what it feels like to be,
To get
bitten
punched in the face
by a rattlesnake. Right here, Copperhead Brewing Company's got it down.
No, but it's pretty good. I'm going to
not
finish
bad.
what I have. Each drink does make me shudder,
Yeah,
but it's not because of the taste. It's because of the booze.
it's
Like it just sneaks. It's there.
No,
and
it-
you don't expect it.
it doesn't go away.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't go away.
I
Like
still taste it on my tongue.
I feel like after, and it doesn't linger though.
No, but you can still taste
You
it.
taste it
You taste
because
it,
but it's not like
alcohol.
It's not like an
It's
annoying
alcohol taste,
lingering
not
taste.
a
Yeah.
beer taste.
Yeah.
It's alcohol straight.
right. It's like
Yeah.
taking a shot, and you know that it's you took a shot because it's still there.
Right. I like it. It's pretty good. I'm gonna
But
finish
it's really
it.
smooth though.
Yeah. Which darker beers like this tend to be. They're not really all that carbonated.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it a 4 straight up.
I'll
give it a 4. I'm
not going back on an initial taste test. I was joking. I was a little bit of serious, and joking and serious oxymoron, because it was bam in your face.
Yeah,
Not what
right.
I expected, because a lot of these imperial stouts they say 10%, and they automatically they go down like water.
Yeah.
Drinkability is just like that. This goes down very slow, and when it's done, except for the burning alcohol on your tongue, the burning booze. But like you said, if their objective was to call it Black Venom and just be like, "Brr," then they succeeded, and
Yeah.
it's starting to grow on me.
Definitely. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you rate? What'd you give it between?
Honestly-
so you already know the ratings.
I already know the KB ratings. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You're making me blush, man. I'm starting to blush.
Yeah, but honestly, I give it a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's good.
It's good. Yeah.
It's good. I'm giving it a great thing only because he convinced me of that. Because if that was their absolute objective, was just like, let's just punch him in the face with a rattlesnake.
Fuck 'em.
Then they did that because I'm literally every sip is a new punch in the face. It doesn't fade.
It's like walking into the DMV. You always know. I'm here.
You just walk in like two things when you walk into the DMV. One, fuck, this place sucks. And 2, I'm the hottest person here. Every time. Even if you're not, you feel like you are because all these creatures of the night and clown circus people that walked in there and sitting there.
People are there in their pajamas.
Yeah.
And it's fucking ripped up, and you're like, I can see your underwear, man.
When you know,
I'm just here to get my license. You got to take a picture.
Like people just roll out of bed and they
You know?
go up to the DMV. It's like
Wearing a trucker hat, like, hey, man.
I know it's not Star Shots or Picture Day at school, but you gotta, police are gonna see this.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Don't smile.
like act like you care. You know what I mean?
Part your hair, asshole. It's the only place in this country that you'll see a concentration of not 1, but 3 people in a wheelchair awkwardly in the way where you're trying to walk. Every time. Every DMV is like, sorry. So you're the asshole because you're the one that's making this person in a wheelchair move. Yeah. You're and not just one person. He's already given you the shame look. Now
they know they're in the way.
Yeah.
They know they're in the way. They know they're in the wrong. They know it.
Viewers.
But they're also bitter and angry, and they don't care.
Viewers, if you're in a wheelchair and you know you're doing this, cheers. Yeah, that's funny as shit. Seriously, that's funny as shit. Because if I was, I'd be like, fuck him.
I would too. Fuck yeah.
Park this right here and fuck him in the neck. How about that?
Fuck you. I got wheels. Fuck you.
Look at you with your fancy ass legs.
I would even rant at him. You know how cumbersome this thing is?
Yeah, right. You got legs and you weigh that much? Fuck you.
Fuck you. I want to be Blade Runner. Fuck you.
What was that movie with Ben Stiller? What was it? There's something about Mary at the beginning with that guy that is in a wheelchair. He's like, this is heavy. He's like, you insensitive prick. I wish I knew how heavy it was or something like that.
Yeah.
He's carrying like a big old dresser and shit.
It's all right.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's bolted down to the floor.
Yeah, they know this is super not professional. We're doing this.
Well, we
got like a rickety ass table, like you know.
Nah, it's mahogany. Come on,
that's
now.
true. What is this?
Is that what this is? Mahogany. Well, Chatty Daddy, thank you for giving us your mahogany table. Cheers to you and this wonderful Black Venom.
Ugh. Punch to the face.
And now,
man, I like it.
I do. It is growing on me, but it's like I think if it was, like you said, if we were going on like hunting or whatever, out in like the sticks and it's fucking freezing. Where you got like 3 sets of long johns on, plus a jacket, plus your fucking, you know, even in Texas, it gets
layers,
that, yeah. Even in Texas, like upper East Texas, around here, Southeast Texas, it gets that weird cold, that in your bones cold up there.
Well, also, it's windy up there.
Yeah.
It's very windy up there. And I've been up there. I've been up Abilene and stuff like that. And
that's fucking North Texas.
That's
That's where his folks are.
No, I mean, we're from East Texas, but Dad went to college in Abilene. Yeah.
Isn't it McKinney up there? No, McKinney is East Texas, over there by Tyler and all that, right?
What are you talking?
Where's McKinney from? Where's McKinney?
Oh,
Texas.
McKinney, Texas? That's a fantastic question.
Isn't that like by Abilene?
It's named after my family, and I don't have any fucking clue where it is.
No, but
and then there's also Fort McKinney, Kentucky.
Tyler's East Texas.
Yeah.
Abilene is north and northwest. North, I guess.
Oh my God. Is it MC?
MCKINNEY.
Okay, let's find out.
I have a bit of history behind my family.
Oh, wow.
You're talking to Texas royalty, buddy.
Oh, yeah?
I guess.
Yeah.
He's actually also, how is it? Married into the Mary Kay empire?
Yeah, all of my cousins on my grandfather's side are Mary Kay's grandchildren.
Wow, so you are Texas royalty because McKinney is the hat.
He signed the Texas Declaration of Independence.
McKinney is No, I'm saying this is how you're Texas royalty. McKinney is the hat of Dallas.
So we're from North. That makes sense because a lot of my family is from Dallas.
You know, because the rich people up there in Dallas.
Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of my family's from Dallas. So yeah, I'm
Dallas, Texas.
I'm a direct descendant of. Okay, here we go. Okay, I have to brag. I'm sorry.
We got time. Hold on.
I'm a direct descendant of Robert E. Lee. I'm sorry. And as a result of that, I'm also a direct descendant of Martha Washington. A lot of people don't know that. Robert E. Lee married Martha Washington's daughter or granddaughter, one or the other.
Her daughter.
Something.
It was all backwards back then.
I'm also a direct descendant. As a result, I'm also a direct descendant of Robert the Bruce from Scotland.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's
way back.
All right. Go in a timeline. You can't just go like
that's
Robert
pretty
Lee,
much it. Those are
Robert the Bruce.
Those are pretty much my only historical figures. Now, I am distantly related to John Adams and John Quincy Adams. They're like 7th cousins or something like that.
I found out that most actual white people are that live in the Northeast related to the founding fathers and so on and such forth.
Yeah, if you
in some way or some.
If you could trace your family back to the colonial days and you were in America, then you're probably related to someone famous.
Not white people, but German. German?
Sure.
The German colonials?
Whatever.
They were all German, right?
Maybe.
Dutch? No, probably German and Dutch. Anybody that's part of that. Because that was the biggest crowd of people coming over.
I don't have any German blood, but I do have some Dutch. A little bit of Dutch. It's mostly Scottish and English and Irish with a little bit of French.
White.
Yeah, pretty much. Whenever the gods that be threw my DNA across Europe, it landed everywhere except for Spain and Italy.
Portugal.
Yeah, that's where my family name comes from. that town.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a village, town, whatever it is over there. And they have a U and an I, and a U and an I in it. Gouvy, it looks ridiculous, but it's pronounced the same way. Even though I have no family members that I know of that from Portugal.
Are you the only Gouveas you know?
No. But it's not like Gonzalez. It's not like everybody, is Gonzalez or
Garcia.
Yeah,
horrible.
And you're from El Salvador. Speaking of which, you're not from El Salvador, but you're
Lineage.
El Salvadorian.
Yeah, I'm
Lineage.
first generation born here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. My brothers and sisters, they were all born in El Salvador. I'm full blooded, but the thing is, with me, I'm abnormally bigger than the fucking pueblo that we're from.
Like larger in stature, like you're saying you're a big dude.
I'm like a foot taller than everybody else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my family.
So you got that weird growth spurt.
Yeah, but the thing is, my family, from the little place that we're from, we run shit over there. Because how big we are, just our whole family is just a lot bigger.
You invited Cartel onto our show.
No. All right, no, not cartel. But I mean,
we're done.
We do chop motherfuckers up with machetes.
No, I'm not Cartel, but I am. I'm not
All right,
Cartel.
well-
I'm not Cartel, but I am Cartel.
No, what I was asking is
cartel light.
So I was saying, you're El Salvadorian.
Mm-hmm.
So why didn't you bring the food? I like pupusas too.
Shit, come on, man.
I like black beans. What? What?
You should have told me. I could have went and got something.
Because them charro beans.
That was an option? What? I'm so upset with you, Pudgy.
He brought fish. I'll tell you that. But we'll get right in there. You know what? Let's finish out. So you said 4. You said 4. I said 5. So let's see what old Copperhead Brewing Company gets. And they get a... We're going to give you a 5.
Sounds about right.
Copperhead Brewing Company for your Black Venom that I very much want another of. I'll be honest, we finished these 2.
Can't get enough punches in the face.
Yeah. And the captain's still drinking it. You definitely did give it a proper 4.
I said I'd finish it.
Because he normally doesn't, you've heard it. He just you can have this. I don't want to drink this.
I'm not a beer drinker, but I do like dark beers.
Right.
And you have noticed that. I'll actually sit there and I'll drink an entire dark beer, even if I don't like it. But I do like dark beers. So I'll finish this, certainly.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Punch in the face.
Punch in the face. Now, speaking of what is not a punch in the face, and how that, correlates with fishing is because Chito, Mr. Bandito,
Yes, sir.
here is an avid fisherman, right? Now, I know you've been staring at this $100 high dollar Balveni here. And I've been staring at it myself. Oh, yes, absolutely. Show it. So this is what $100 scotch looks like by Balveni, if you've never seen it before. I've never seen it before. That's fine. I've never seen it before myself. Oh, that's very close. That'll work. There we go. There we go. Yeah. I've never seen it, never drank it. The last expensive scotch I've ever drank, that expensive, was Blue Label, and I chugged it. I got into my dad's liquor cabinet when I was a young, dumb teenager, and you're good. Nobody can see you. Nobody can see you.
Yeah.
I'm blotting this out. All of this is black screen. Nobody can see you. Yeah, we have a hand now in the way because he dropped the pipe, his tobacco pipe.
Yeah.
So
Sherlock.
I actually chugged it, was shooting it, this Blue Label scotch. No idea. Obviously, you have no idea what it tastes like. You're shooting, you're chugging it. You're acting like I was acting like an idiot,
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, I mean, you're chugging.
Drinking $200 scotch like it was garbage.
Idiot? No.
My dad was so fucking livid. I'm shocked that I'm still here. The fact that I did that.
I mean, I almost feel like I need to whoop your ass. You know what I mean? Shit.
Like, meet me after the show. I have to whoop your ass for what you did, back in high school, because that's bullshit. How dare you destroy $200 worth of scotch?
Well, we didn't know better. You know what I mean? We're young kids.
You just see a fancy bottle that
I
nobody's
agree.
drinking,
You know what I mean?
Ain't you ever seen Project X?
Yeah.
That movie makes me terrified to have children.
With the Cristal, what was it? It was Cristal, right?
Well, how about was it a
Not
Lexus?
Cristal, sorry. It was the Louis.
Yeah, Louis Vuitton or whatever.
Louis the 14th Louis Vuitton.
What about fucking the Lexus or whatever it was going into the pool?
Well, that's why you can't park it there, or what?
That movie made me terrified to have children. Go on. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. So why Chito, Mr. Bandito? See, that's your name now, Mr. Bandito.
Mr. Bandito.
Chito, Mr. Bandito. Everybody's get a nickname on this show, and it always works into naturally. Like the captain. Well, you've heard. You know, he was part of the wrestling video game. Just
2K17, right?
Yeah, 2K or WWE 2K17.
2K17.
He created a pirate character, and it just so happened to have all of his names. John Mark Adams.
Yeah.
Had all of his names.
We couldn't figure out how to make it say the captain first. So we did John, and then it gave him the nickname.
The captain. Mark Adams.
And it announced the entire thing every time.
Yeah.
So everyone, and it turns out my character was amazing because I gave him all of Brock Lesnar's moves. So he was just the Brock Lesnar pirate. That's all he was. And who was it? It was Big Roo.
Yeah.
Big Roo loved the captain, and he dominated with him. He won so many of our tournaments with the captain.
Yeah. Wow. We used to, here in the cave, every cave, that's how the cave night started. Man Cave Live actually started is just
this was like a year or two
playing
before the
tournaments
podcast.
and dollar bets of wrestling video games. Like everybody bet money in to play a Royal Rumble game, and see who won out last and got the pot.
Yeah.
But that was not to get sidetracked because we've been sidetracked too far. But that was, did I already say that was Beer of the Week and ended it?
No, but I mean,
that was Beer of the Week.
Yeah.
Beer. I'm going for a beer.
So that's how I got the name the captain.
Yes. I'm sorry, viewers. We're on tangents, because this is a show about nothing, as we've said many a times. And we just go on tangents and make you laugh and smoke with cigars and beers, fancy beers, and now scotch. So, you were saying?
Was that the end of the story of how he got the name captain?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He was a badass, though. He had all these pirate tattoos, and he had nothing on except for like black underwear and like wraps on his feet and his hands.
Oh yeah,
right?
But he had a full garb.
Yeah, he came out.
He came out like the
this
Undertaker.
Like he looked like
pirate
the Hook.
hat.
He looked like Captain Hook when he came out, like the badass frill and the red coat and all that shit.
He had his beard.
Yeah.
His just blackish beard.
It was because in 2016, I think that we did it because that was the year I did the year of no shaving and my beard got.
And it was a
6.5
2017.
inches.
Wow. It was the new car model.
Yeah. And so it had a huge beard, and so that's all he had. He was bald with long hair, but like a bald up top.
We gave him the Hogan top.
Yeah, the Hogan like long shoulder length hair. Yeah,
because that's what Captain. Why don't you?
Yeah, I am certainly.
He's rocking that horseshoe haircut.
Yeah.
We call it the reverse fade in the military.
Yeah, the reverse fade. Wow. Oh wow.
But yeah, and it just stuck. It just stuck from there, and people would keep on asking, "Does he have a boat or something?" No, he's a fucking space captain.
Yeah, space captain.
Captain of a spaceship,
of course.
Fucking
space captain.
Don't let the pirate thing fool you, okay? It's all space shit.
Half and half. So, circling back, because our tangents, he brought this famous, not famous, but this fabulous scotch because, as we said, he's an avid fisherman, and he just won today his first time, right?
No.
First time being first place?
Well, no, I've been first place before. It's just that I was in a funk for like 2 years where me and my fishing partners, we would literally get fourth and third place. I mean, it was heartbreaking. It was gut-wrenching just every time to just come that short, you know what I mean? It's just because the competition is so high there, you know what I mean? I'm fishing against people that been fishing for like 30, 40 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
what I'm gonna make a statement.
He's the fishing version of the Queen's Gambit.
Are you the fish whisperer?
They're the fish whisperer.
No, not. I wouldn't say.
Is that your fish buddy?
And that honestly, the two of my buddies that I'm trying to beat, I'm trying to team up with. They're honestly they
the fish whisperers.
They have they're like the fucking Jedis of fishing, like straight up. Like
they're the ones that throw a battery, a jumper cables into the lake and just get all the best ones?
No.
I'm not saying they would do that, but you know,
I know
the reference, like.
I mean, basically, you could think of it like that because
they just throw the line in there.
bam,
badass fish.
Big fish. They attract big fish. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean?
Are they doing like little tricks of the trade? Like when I went last time I went fishing, we went for catfish. This was the last time, and I maxed out on catfish, and that's because I went with some buddies of mine, my doppelganger. We'll just say Jared and Pat. And they had a little trick. You throw cattle feed.
Yeah.
Bags of cattle feed over the side of the boat. And they did that. We waited 30 minutes and everybody drop cash.
Really?
It was just, it was ridiculous.
Wow.
Fucking
You
giant catfish. Like they were inhaling it. We had to leave because we had nowhere else to put the fish. And I've never done that in my life. Ever. I've been fishing with my dad, who was an avid fisherman too, or loved to be an avid fisherman.
I remember him also being a big time golfer guy.
Oh God, he was amateur pro for a while there.
Wasn't VJ Singh his dude at one point?
That was his guy. He just liked it. He loved his swing. Yeah. He loved that Tiger could do it without effort, but he loved that Singh could just. He said it was.
He mauled it. You know.
Yeah, he said it was just.
I remember that because I remember he went to the show Houston Open whenever it was at what was it, the Woodlands?
Yeah,
he went.
No, it was like Humble, wasn't it?
Was it Humble?
The shell.
Well, it was in the Woodlands back in the '90s, and then it switched over like late '90s, early 2000s to Humble, and now
I think it's a Memorial.
Yeah, now it's Memorial.
Open it up.
Yeah, now it's Memorial. Yeah.
These are local golf courses.
Yes, they're from around here in Houston, but yeah.
Tiger's been there, so they're famous.
Speaking of local golf courses, that night course that we played on shut down?
Yeah.
Mulligan's.
God, I love that place, man.
I played golf exactly one time in my life.
And that was the one time he actually enjoyed it.
Yeah. And apparently, I didn't do great. I'm not like a savant or anything, but I actually did pretty fucking well for a first timer.
He
surprised.
He parred the first 3 holes, and I'm like, you don't play golf.
I've never played golf before. But after that, it was like 12 over pars. I'm like,
see where you fucked them up is when you called them out on it.
Yeah. He called me out, and I was like, oh, fuck.
That's whenever you started thinking.
Yeah, now I got to fuck my game up and make it look like I've never played golf. Yeah.
Well, see, I like playing golf. I don't know if you know, but like.
It was a chill time. It was a real cool time.
Like, me and this, and our buddy of ours, Sal, Bolo, whatever. Well.
Oh, Bolo,
Yeah, we used to go golfing like all the damn time. Well, me, Bolo, and Bustos, and Stompy. And
God, those are nicknames that I couldn't even give them on the show.
Yeah,
these are one of them's an actual last name. Stompy's just because he's got gigantic fucking feet.
And he stomps everywhere. He tries to be quiet, and he's still boom, boom.
This dude's feet doesn't match his. He's a tall fella, and he's thin. But his feet don't match. He's Sideshow Bob.
Yes.
He's Sideshow Bob of all people.
Big old clown feet. Yeah,
Whenever we were out there at Mulligan's, it was just me and Pudgy, and we were the last, like the course shut down while we were still playing, but the guy let us play through. And there was one guy that was ahead of us, that old guy, remember? And he was obviously a dude that had been golfing for a while. And he got pissed and destroyed his putter while we were sitting there watching. He started fucking slamming it on the ground. We were like, God, that guy must be upset.
He broke his putter. We just rolled up. We were already, I don't know how many beers in. We rolled up and...
He was a few holes ahead of us, so he was already gone by the time we rolled up. But we found pieces of his putter.
Yeah. He was that pissed.
He was pissed off. I'm like, come on, man. You're just playing by yourself.
It was funny. We met up with him. Like, we caught up to him. He was doing, catching up with him. And he was all like, oh, hey.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. It's all like jovial, real jolly. Hey, guys, how's it going?
I'm like, I expected you to be like, don't look at me.
Fuck you.
I just made, like, a terrible putt.
The thing that scared me about Mulligan's was there was that neighborhood right next to it. And there were some holes that I was like, I'm going to hit one of these houses.
Oh, I definitely hit him on the highway. Not highway, but Jones Road.
We definitely hit a few on the Jones Road.
Yeah, definitely.
I would say I'm not lying if I didn't actively try to hit them on the street.
Just hit.
It's almost like a challenge.
I mean, the fence is right there.
It's right there.
And you put a little more, more umph into it. You know what I mean? Just to be like, look,
especially that last hole.
Like, okay.
That last hole where you're aiming for the green across the water, and you got to hit it extra hard. Yeah, that's when you really get it on the Jones Road. We got. Sorry if you can hear that. We have an alarm on the street going off somewhere.
Yeah,
like I said,
in our
this ain't
multi-million-dollar studio.
Yeah, I was about to say, this ain't a studio, but yeah.
You know, there are apparently people that do not believe us, and they truly believe.
Well, I mean, look behind Pudgy. You got all this stuff right here,
Right?
You know
I mean, that's true. But they're
doesn't
like, you
look-
can paint that on.
Yeah.
I've people take pictures of them being here. They're like, "You're at a bar." No, I'm in a garage. Like, he has bricks in his garage. No, he doesn't. But it looks like it though.
Yeah. Done very well though, honestly.
A lot of hard work there. We did that for you. We did that for you, listeners, because after
You, the viewer.
and mainly the listeners. You guys have been listening for a long time, and just felt like we just had to keep upgrading and upgrading.
Yeah. We want you to
giving
listen
you something,
to
giving
these
you a
bricks.
product. These bricks that we put on there, I thought it looked cool. That was my idea. Thought it would look cool.
I like it. It's really nice.
It does look cool. Now, if you turn the camera around and see the rest of the garage,
Yeah,
you're
not
like,
so
you
much.
got to clean.
That looks like a garage.
You got to clean. You got to clean that garage.
half of it studio, half is garage.
Yeah.
We got to put like the Wizard of Oz, the great and powerful Pudgy, the great and powerful Oz. Pull the curtain back and you see it's just-
attention to the man behind the bob curtain.
pay no attention to that shitty garage part of this studio. So circling back again on this other tangent. So the scotch, because my mouth is getting a little dry here.
Yes, I mean my mouth is watering like all
For that,
night.
I've never had $100 good scotch because I think Johnny Walker is actually overplayed.
It kind of is.
It's well overplayed.
It really is. It really is.
It's really a brand name.
Well, it's a blended scotch, and
And
those
it's a
of you
good
don't
scotch.
know,
It's not a bad scotch, Johnny Walker.
no.
a
But
good scotch.
even I've actually had the opportunity to actually have a blue label, and it was kind of rough. It was like, ugh, for $200, this thing should taste like gold.
Yeah.
It should taste like water with it. It should taste
Goldschlager.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Not
Should
water,
should
but
just, should just go down wonderfully. You know what I mean?
yes, should give you that kick that you need without all the.
It should make you feel like you're the father of a 10-year-old child, but you ignore that child to sit inside your study all night long, smoke cigars, and read the newspaper. You know,
I think that's what it says right here.
Yeah,
It says
yeah,
it
that's
right
exactly what it says. And maybe you have like a chessboard that you don't play with anyone; you just play with yourself. But you only like make a move every 2 weeks. You know,
Then you're mad at yourself. Months later,
and you sit
shouldn't have
there
made
and you
that move.
contemplate it when everyone knows you don't know how to play chess. You just know what the moves are. So you sit there and contemplate it, and you try to look. You know,
This one does this one.
you try to look like you're a badass, and you sit there for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, and then finally, pawn.
Yeah.
You know,
Move up one.
that's what that should feel like.
You got to finish off with the little.
Oh yeah, the click.
The timer
Click, yeah. That's what that should taste like.
All right, so moving
And if
right
it
in.
doesn't taste like it,
Let's
I'm
pop
gonna be
this up.
disappointed.
Let me get put that ashtray.
Oh, here we go. Yes. So this is.
I'm also going to show the bottle to the viewers if you don't mind. After you,
Oh.
I just didn't want to take it out for you.
Look at that.
What is that made out of? Vibranium?
Oh shit! I dropped it.
Oh God. That's amazing.
Give them a kind of view.
It's really not that amazing. It's just a bottle, but I'm just excited about. I really like the brand and the scotch, the single malt scotch of Balveni. Personally, I'm a Glenlivet guy. My birthday's coming up, viewers. So
Go ahead and read us some info about that.
it's made by
Like, is it a 12
Angels?
year? Or is,
Oh no, yeah, it's an age 12 years. You know, single
here,
malt
so
scotch.
talk a little bit more. My
Oh
bad.
yeah,
my bad. My bad.
Well, yeah, no, my bad. That's my bad. Well, no, it's an age 12-year scotch. You know, it's called the Sweet Toast of American Oak.
Oh,
that's the whole type. That's the whole brand of it.
that's
Yes,
a hell of a
sir.
name.
That's a hell of a name.
Oh shit!
Sweet
That's
Toast of
they
American
gave you
Oak.
a sentence.
Yes.
They better have for $100. They better give me a
They
sentence.
gave you a description. This is
Yeah.
what it tastes like. This is just the name of it.
What the?
Exactly.
A sweet toast of American oak. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yep. So yeah, it's. I mean, I've never had it before. I've had the Caribbean cask. I've had the.
And you said it is a 12 year?
It's a 12-year H.
And when was it bottled? So I guess 12 years ago,
12
right?
years ago, yeah.
So
Yeah.
2008, would that mean? Am I good at math?
Yeah. But yeah, you know, it's.
My bad. Right here. Oh, man cave.
I'm very We're so cheesy on this fucking
Shit. Okay.
Why do you pay us money, listeners?
Why don't you pay us money?
Well, here we go.
More
Here's,
money.
here's that beautiful sound. That
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Do it in front of the mic. Yeah. So that way we get the full effect.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. There it is.
All right. Well, I actually
right.
Oh, yeah.
I brought ice, and I don't have a ice bucket, but I do have.
Oh, smell the cork. Be refined.
It's beautiful.
It does smell.
So you brought ice. Load us up on some ice.
I
sir.
smell some cherry in it, though. I'll tell you that.
Be careful with the hardware over here. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah,
a lot of money
that's-
right here. You got.
That's multi-million-dollar hardware.
I didn't pay for it.
That's straight from NASA.
I don't even know what these buttons do.
Yeah. So you mean these are buttons?
Well, this is the first. I don't think we've all had scotch in an official. I think Shrekus is going to be pissed.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very
I
much.
like mine loaded with ice. Shrek is going to be pissed.
Oh yes, please. Thank you. You know,
I'll pour it up for y'all.
Slight little story about alcohol. It's not scotch. It's a brandy, I think. But whenever we came back from deployment the first time, 3 of the guys, there's this bottle of brandy. I forget what it's called, but it's like $3,000 a bottle. And 3 of the guys in our unit went ahead and bought one each, and we all drank $3,000 brandy.
Well, hell.
Whenever we came back from deployment,
Nice.
it tasted like brandy. So.
Yeah. You know, fun story
But the
about
bottle was cool. It was made of jewels and all kinds of stuff. I think the price was mostly because of the bottle.
Fun story about the Count and brandy is that the Count one time was going, literally not going, but he used Presidente brandy to sober up because he had already drank himself to that point. He's like, I got to sober up. I've never seen anybody sober up drinking brandy except for the Count. Saw it happen. Never seen anybody drink more booze, more alcoholic than he was already drinking to sober up, and watched it happen right before my eyes. Wow. No lie, the Count can do it. Or did it. I don't know if he can now, but he did do it.
With brandy.
So in honor of our fan guest here, Chito, Mr.
guest,
Bandito.
Bandito.
I actually have a fisherman's toast.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you ready? Okay. So here's to the fisherman brave. And here's to the ones he caught. And here's to the ones that got away. And here's to the ones he bought.
Cheers.
Cheers to your championship.
It's to victory, baby.
Oh, that's good. That is so smooth. That is, it's like it's not even alcohol.
No, not at all.
That is so smooth.
Just chug it out the bottle.
I
don't
do
need
wonder
this
though,
glass.
because it's chilled. I wonder if it's as smooth when it's not.
Neat.
Yeah.
We'll try it next time.
Yeah, sure. Right here. Oh, Man Cave Live.
Oh, Man Cave Live. My God. Listeners, viewers. I keep calling you listeners. I'm in podcast mode. I've been
We're
doing
more than a podcast.
Yeah, hold on. Let's
turn that on. Don't drop it. Hey!
It didn't fall off this time.
See, that's a joke that no one will ever see.
Yeah, the first time we did film practice.
We did an hour-long podcast. We thought that maybe we would upload it, but decided not to. And he tried to turn it on, and the damn thing fell right there in the podcast.
It was like, hey, look, see,
just
we're
tumbled off the wall.
more than a pop.
It was good. It was good. Good.
And I actually wore my fishing shirt to commemorate your
see that.
fishing, you know, with our Astros.
Houston's logo.
I always wear a
right.
fishing shirt.
Those swinging and banging bastards.
Their greatest team ever.
Ever. If you don't believe us, then
Boo this man!
right there for you. So I wore the fishing shirt, but
Here, if you need this, Mr. Bandito.
I like that, Mr. Bandito. He's gonna like that. He's gonna change his Facebook name.
Probably. Most likely.
I want that name now. Pudgy? Ah, that's terrible.
So you just won first place at a fishing tournament. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, check it out. All right. This tournament
Ooh, that is
Okay, there was over 90 entrants.
Okay.
All right.
Was it an age? Like, what was...
No, it was just. It was just.
Anyone
Anybody
sign up, pay the fee?
Yeah, anybody, even guides, professionals and stuff like that were allowed because the playing field was even. It was lowered. Like whenever we do a regular tournament, we're going for the biggest slots. Which slots mean is the size that is required for you to keep.
Now, do you have to catch it? Is the tournament like you can only catch a certain amount of fish?
Yes, it was a 5-fish stringer. It consisted of 2 red fish,
Okay.
and 3 speckled trout.
And can you keep on catching until you catch that number?
Well,
you have to just throw back.
You can keep on going, and you can start, and you can what we call culling.
Okay.
It's where you keep on catching, and then you release as you get bigger.
It's not technically a culling, but sure. I understand.
Well, in fishing it is.
Technically a culling is you kill them motherfucker.
Well, yeah, you kill them, but no, we keep we keep them alive, for that reason,
catch and release,
conservation reasons, which I'm very
Absolutely.
Which that's I hear dearly that right there, just conserving. I mean, if you're not gonna keep it, let it go.
Absolutely.
If you're not going to eat it,
Yeah, something, you know what I mean? But yeah, back to the tournament. Well, it was 90 entrants, and it was a 5-fish stringer, and it was me and 2 other guys. One's name is Luis, and another guy's named Corey. And Corey, this is my first time ever meeting him, and he was like the good luck charm. I mean,
he was that guy, huh?
Yeah, he was that guy. He was that.
You stand
guy.
next to me.
Yeah, no, like it was more. It was more that he knew what he was doing. He was experienced.
So if I could ask a few specifics.
Yeah.
Was the tournament based on weight?
Yes, weight.
Okay. And then did you were out of Texas City, right? So Texas City.
No. We were in what we call West Bay because the Galveston complex is divided in 3.
So you were in Galveston.
Yeah,
okay.
we were in Galveston. It's divided in 3. You got West Bay,
Galveston, Texas.
Galveston, Texas. Yeah, we got West Bay, East Bay, and then you have Trinity.
Oh, so this wasn't like you were all on a long dock or something like that. You had areas you could go to.
We can go wherever we wanted.
I'm sorry for the stupid questions. I know nothing about fishing tournaments.
We can go wherever we were allowed to go in that complex. Okay, and then what we do is we try to pre-fish. We'll go a couple days the week prior.
Kind of test the waters.
Well, we try to find the fish. You
Sure.
know what I mean?
Sure.
We're finding them, and then we're figuring out their moving patterns. It's a lot of things that go into fishing that people don't really realize.
A lot of strategy.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, people don't know that. I mean, the moon has something to do with the feeding. I mean,
that's a big thing.
Yeah,
apparently that I know,
Tides and stuff like that.
Tides, all that stuff. I mean, when the water rushes out, fish don't bite because the water's moving, it's fluctuating. And what they call whenever that happens, fish, they get something called lockjaw. And
now, lockjaw in humans is whenever your jaw tightens up and you can't close or open it.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
well, I mean, we call it lockjaw because they're not eating, they're not feeding.
I gotcha. So it's not it's not a actual physical condition. It's more of a they're just not biting.
They're not biting at all. They're not biting at all. Yeah. Well, I mean, like all that stuff. I mean, you got to take into account. I mean, weather, winds. Where to fish whenever there's this type of wind, northwest winds or southeast winds or something. I mean, it's just a lot of variables that go into fishing and stuff like that. And we were.
So, in your opinion, what is the best time of the year to go fishing?
It probably depends on location, right?
Here in Galveston, I would say from March to June.
Really?
Oh, okay. Because I fished, I feel like on all the wrong times of the year.
Oh, no.
Every time. I always felt like if I go fishing in the cold, then it would be better. Because like they got to move. My theory was like they have to swim closer to the sun to warm up. Turns out I'm an idiot. And
well, I mean, you kind of have something there, but it's really honestly whenever you have colder weathers. Check this out. Whenever you have colder weathers, the barometric pressure drops.
Yeah.
So the fish, they have a lateral line on it, and that tells them everything about what's going on with the earthies. They're connected.
Kind of like a little antenna.
Yes. And every fish has to have a certain amount of pressure on it. and whenever barometric pressure drops,
They move to where the pressure.
well, they move deeper.
Yeah.
They move.
Oh
deep-
shit! So it's colder. They move deeper.
They move deeper because of the fact that it's pressure. They got to have that pressure. There's certain amount.
So
of
in the
pressure.
springtime, it's warming up.
Remember-
They're like rushing to the top.
Remember,
they're-
pressure
they're in
for
the
fish
flats.
is kind of like G's for us.
Yeah,
It's kind of like regular gravity for us.
That's
it's crazy.
So okay. So a few more questions.
all right. Well, now we're doing fish news instead of space news now. Because
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I have a very short space news, so we don't have to worry about that.
Just kidding.
But so some more questions. With regular typical fishing, you need a license.
Yes.
Do you need a license for coastal fishing?
You
No.
need a license for every type of fishing.
So do you still need to have a
well,
license?
it's saltwater and freshwater.
Okay.
Yeah,
But do
saltwater,
you
freshwater.
still need to have a license whenever you attend a tournament, or does the tournament have a sort of like blanket
everything.
license?
Whenever you do a tournament, it deals with all Texas parks and wildlife regulations.
So you need to provide your own license. They don't do like a blanket license.
You just go to Academy and
Yeah, Walmart.
Okay, but still,
somewhere.
okay.
Yeah, you just
Now
buy
let
the
me ask you
license
this:
for that.
you do have to pay for specific and special tags, correct? Is that a thing?
Well, you do with like Red Bull.
So their
Bull
tags similar
Reds.
to deer then.
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
they give you one tag for a bull red, and then you could buy more tags for bull reds because you're only allowed. They give you one free one with your license.
Okay.
So if you want to catch more bull reds, which a lot of people don't, you know what I mean, but you can.
They don't, yeah.
You can actually buy more bull tag reds, stuff like that, and like. With the licensing, it's just, all it is just, making sure that you're up to par with everything. You know
I got
what
you. Yeah, I mean the license. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Because I remember fishing at a Boy Scout jamboree thing whenever I was a kid, and I didn't have a license.
Well, there's an age limit. There's an age requirement.
okay.
Whenever
Yeah.
you become, I think 15.
I might have been
believe.
13 or
I think it
14.
was
when that
15.
happened.
I believe, and that's whenever you start getting your license.
Yeah, I might have been 13 or 14 when that happened.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
But back to the tournament though.
Yeah, my bad. We go on
wait.
tangents.
Oh yeah, of course. It's all improv.
We're still in fishing.
Yeah. Well,
Fishing.
Well, for some reason today, we've been having terrible weather for fishing because of the north winds and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's humid as fuck today.
Yeah, humid as fuck, but that's a good thing though, because when the weather warms up, fish get more active.
Yeah.
So
I always thought fishing in cold weather was better. Like an idiot.
the thing is, it just depends on where you.
It depends on where it is, because
Yeah.
ice fishing in Alaska
Yeah.
can't do that shit in Texas.
No sir. But yeah, we started.
I'm just picturing like my grandfather going out into the Gulf with a fucking ice driller.
You're not doing it right. Shut up.
But yeah,
Sorry, go on.
No, but today it started off. I knew right away it was going to be a good day.
Yeah.
He was blowing me up. Not the blowing up.
Yeah.
Like the God. He's texting me. I'm like, he was blowing me up. He was excited to be on the show, and he was talking about the fishing almost throughout the whole experience. Sent me videos and stuff like that. And I'm just like,
Okay, we got to make the show about this.
Yeah, I was
okay,
like, I'm
all right,
like-
okay, done.
well, I was always going to be about fishing because he's an avid fisherman. But I
Well,
was
it's
like,
also an interesting thing that we don't get on the show all the time.
no, and I was
like that.
I was watching all his watching his videos, looking at his pictures and stuff like that. I was like, fuck work. I don't want to do what I'm doing right now. I'm playing the newest Assassin's Creed on a badass computer, and I'm like, fuck this. I want to go out and fucking fish.
That would be
I want to go
Valhalla
be on this
for those
boat.
at home.
I want to go like fish, like what regular people do, not catch, because they don't call it, catching for a reason.
So yeah, I have a
Well, I
question.
do catching. I don't fish. I catch.
Damn.
Well, see, you do. I fish.
So that's
The only thing I catch is a buzz.
so that's another
Or a
question for
suntan.
you. Were you
Sunburn.
standing on land or a dock, or were you
Oh
out
no,
on a
we
boat?
wet wait. We get in the water.
Okay.
We get in the water.
So you weren't even on
all
the
that
boat.
fish you were showing me earlier today, that was from.
So you actually
You were
put
in the
on
water.
waders and go into the water.
Well, today I had waders on, but usually I'm a wet wader. I go in and get in the water.
He's like, fuck pants, man.
Yeah,
He just
no, I
goes
mean,
in his
goes in.
trunks, if I get
jellyfish come by and sting the shit out of me and everything.
maybe skinny dip a little bit.
Let's give our viewers here, and I'm trying something new here to give an idea of like the fish that you caught and how you fish.
Our
We're
new-
trying something
our new
here.
Feature.
We're trying. It's called OBS Studio. I hear all the kids are doing it.
Uh-huh.
So, So we're gonna show some pictures of Chito, Mr. Bandito,
Yes,
and his
sir.
fishing
You can
adventures.
turn it if you need to talk into it a little bit more.
Yeah. So here goes one.
So
Yeah,
what
look
we
at
got
that.
here?
What's going on here?
Well, that was actually the other day.
Now that's you on the left, right?
Yeah, far left. I forgot my waders that day, and that's why everybody else, if you notice, everybody's wearing waders but me.
Wait, so you just went out in the water, just bare ass,
Just like
soggy underwear?
just like that,
So
just like that. Right there.
so these fish in front of you, was that what you caught that day,
Yeah,
or
we
was that
we caught
were
that.
those
day.
your entrances?
No, that we
Okay.
caught that day. That was Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday morning. Thursday daytime.
So let me ask you something though. Is that a real pelican?
I didn't even notice
Yeah.
the pelican.
That's a real pelican.
I didn't even notice the
Yeah,
pelican.
there was pelicans everywhere. See, the thing is, they're smart. Whenever they see fish on the table, they start coming around. They huddle around you because you have scraps and stuff whenever you're filleting fish and stuff. And
Like the cats.
Yeah,
That are
exactly.
so notorious down there
Yeah.
in
Now-
Galveston.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to get a handle on the rules here. So you said that you had 5 fish that you had to catch.
Yes, 5
And all
fish.
the other fish you threw back if you didn't catch those.
Well, no, today I was wanting to keep fish, so I
So you can keep fish.
you can keep fish.
Okay,
yeah. You
okay.
can keep on fishing, but you got to have that 5 fish stringer.
Just to put into the
Yeah,
content.
for-
I got
for
you.
your- for your
So if
tournament.
you catch 80 fish, cool, you caught 80
Yeah.
fish. I got you. Okay.
But you still have your fish in there that belong into the tournament.
I got you. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at this one here. Now, this
What do we
one
got?
threw me for a loop here, this picture of you and your boys, because I've flounder fished it many a times as a kid. I've never seen anything this big or these. Look at those.
Yeah.
I've
were
never
pretty
seen
big.
flounder this big. I've never caught flounder this big ever in my life. I've never had flounder big enough where they had spots. They were just brown, all brown. So they were tiny.
Is that you in the center? Who?
Yes, that's me in the middle, and my 2 buddies. One's Harley's to the right with the glasses, and then Brad Panic, who is a phenomenal guide who wants.
I hear he's the fish whisperer.
Oh, he's him and Jake Ragnow. All right, these 2
Ragnar?
guys. Ragnow. Yeah.
Ragnar.
Ragnow. Yeah.
His name is now Ragnar.
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 So I-
Ragnar Lothbrok.
Well, these 2 guys, they are like the Jedis in fishing. I mean, they catch fish.
Yeah, those flounder are fucking huge.
They're fucking
Those are
enormous. You know,
massive.
I want to
Yes.
reiterate what Pudgy said. Whenever I went to that little jamboree I told you about,
Yeah.
I actually caught a flounder. It was about half that size. Like, those are huge. It was also the first time I'd ever seen a flounder, and the only experience I'd ever had with flounder up to that point was The Little Mermaid, Disney. So I was like, this isn't yellow with blue stripes. What is this? You know, this is the ugliest fish I've ever seen.
It's an alien. He's got 2 eyes on one side.
It's like, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's
Like-
a flounder. This is not a flounder. You know,
It's like, is this that nuclear fish from The Simpsons? There's
sir,
something-
there's only one U in that word. I'm gonna do it every time. I'm gonna do it
nuclear?
every time.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Whatever. Nuclear. So look at this haul that you had some time ago.
Matter of fact, that
What do we
was
got?
here we go.
Let's see it real quick.
that was.
Oh, look at that.
yeah,
That is impressive.
That was a deep sea adventure that we had. Actually,
What are
So
those?
these are deep sea fish.
Yeah, these are pelagic fish. These are deep water fish.
Is that what they're called? Pelagic fish?
pelagic fish? When it's
Pelagic.
deep water, yes.
So,
Pelagic.
do you know enough about them to tell us how deep?
Well, we caught these probably in like maybe 60 foot of water.
Okay, so you were still in your waders. You weren't in a boat or anything.
No, we were in a boat.
We're not talking.
Oh, you're talking about deep
okay.
sea
This is
fishing.
deep sea fishing. Yeah, this is deep sea
Oh,
fishing.
he's saying like out. What?
Yeah,
you're still in the
yeah.
Gulf. You're still in the Gulf.
We're in a Gulf, yeah, but we're probably 70 miles out.
Can you see land?
Shit.
No.
No land. You can't
No.
see it at all.
And whenever you get seasick out there, you feel like
Yeah, you just go over the board, man.
you
Go over the
want
side.
to put a bullet in your head whenever
Yeah.
you're sick out there. That's how bad it is.
I get seasick. That's why I've never really been
It's
fishing on a boat.
horrible.
I've always
You're a
afraid.
terrible captain.
It's-
Obviously, you're a
okay,
space
okay.
captain.
Here's the thing. I only get seasick whenever I sleep on the water. If I'm on the water, I'm fine. And if I also, I found out if I smoke on the water, so no pipes for the captain out on the boat, which
Oh, yeah, you
sucks,
get a little
man.
dizziness
Yeah,
there,
because
yeah.
I found out whenever I was in the military, I was dipping in the back of a transport truck. Don't do that shit.
No,
Don't do that
No.
shit. About 5 minutes in, you're like,
you definitely. I tried dip early on doing on the C-130, You do not dip in a C-130.
You will accidentally swallow.
I know soldiers.
Lots.
I know soldiers do that and say that you're a pansy.
No, fuck
if
you.
You can't do it, but fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, I first I tried dip when just prior to going and doing a lot of C-130 missions, whatever, and that was
a little tangent. I went through Ranger School, and they actually in the Ranger School packing list. I didn't make it. I dislocated my shoulder, but that's a story for a different time. In the Ranger School packing list, they actually include a log of your favorite kind of dip, right? And it's not because you're supposed to dip it. It's because a can of dip has enough nutrients to, in a tight pinch, get you through a day with no food. And we had to, in Ranger School, I ate dip. I ate that shit. I ate it.
Did you bust the sandlot?
Oh, man, it was horrible.
No. So you were saying...
Going on. I'm sorry.
So you were saying, Mr. Bandito, how you fish and how you caught this tournament. So this is how you did it right here, right?
Yeah,
so this is what you are. You're in the water.
Are those in your waders?
Yeah, that's my waders right there.
You brought his waders that day.
Yeah. And I was actually drinking water right there.
What is this on your head?
Oh, it's a.
I'm sorry, you were drinking water?
But you're standing in water, sir.
My friend, he likes natural light.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I asked the fucker. I was like, "Hey, give me some water." And he's like, he hands me a fucking natural light. And I was like, "Well, fuck."
Can we go back to that picture real quick?
Okay.
What exactly are you doing in this picture other than drinking water?
Honestly, we were actually about to start heading out.
Okay.
Yeah, and
had you just caught something?
No, we were just starting to head out. Like,
okay.
My buddy right there, he actually took a picture of me with that natural light because I keep on fucking with him. I was like, man, I don't like natural light.
I got you. It was a joke.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And he takes a picture. He's like, oh, I got you with the natural light. With the natural light, you know. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. You know what I mean? It's water. You know what I mean? You don't get drunk with this shit.
No, you don't.
No, you don't at all. It's kind of it's a tangy water. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know,
it's like Keystone Light. They sell them in 30 packs because you're just like, you drink enough of it and you're like, I feel sober. Like I got the poops. I have the beer shits before I got a buzz.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, excuse me, I have to go poop now, and it's gonna be a while. Comes out like just a waterfall, and then it's that last bit where you're going. That's a noise. That's a personal noise I shouldn't have gave y'all. Moving on. That's a
very loose show. Very loose.
Right. All right. So what's going on in this picture?
That's you on the left.
Oh, okay.
Some big ass fucking fish.
Well, those are redfish again, and we were actually on that boat that you see that we're standing in. That boat is $100,000 boat.
What?
Yes.
That a rowboat?
That boat.
That is.
That looks like a fucking rowboat. What is that?
That boat is called a Turner boat. Turner.
So
what is it made out of? Authentic imitation chinchilla?
Well, no. To me,
what the fuck?
With that boat right there, it's more of a tournament style boat where you have a lot of room on top to move around and stuff like that.
Sure.
And well, the thing is like the way it's engineered and everything, you can go about 70 miles an hour on that boat.
Wow.
Yeah. And 3-foot chop probably.
So my only experience with redfish. Oh, we got away from it. Okay, my only experience with redfish was that same jamboree. In fact, most of my stories are going to be from that goddamn jamboree. So I'm just going to stop mentioning it.
No, you know what?
No, you know
I
what?
was going to do
from
this,
that Boy Scout jamboree.
You know what? The title of this episode is going to be about fishing, but it's going to be John Adams Jamboree.
The Captain's Jamboree.
The Captain's Jamboree, yeah.
I'm sorry, we didn't mean to take away your thunder, but that's what it ends up. But anyway.
Yeah, let's talk about this Jamboree for a minute.
So my only experience was, I think I was about 13 or 14, and it was obviously with the Boy Scouts, and my father was there, and it was in Corpus Christi, and we literally fished from the beach shore. But anyway, some kid, it wasn't me, all I caught was a flounder and a 19-inch stingray. Ooh.
Oh yeah, stingray. Yes. 19-inch. Holy, that's almost as big as a sign back here.
Yeah. Well, it was. They said 19-inch from tip to tail.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't that big.
Oh yeah.
It was.
So the wingspan
was still big enough that I was like. But anyway, my only experience with redfish is some kid caught a redfish out there in Corpus Christi, and apparently they either still have or did have some sort of program to where it was a catch and release with tagged redfish, but if you caught one of the tagged redfish, you got $1,000. And he caught one of the tagged redfish at this jamboree.
Oh, nice.
And so he didn't know what to do. He was like, why is there this tag in its fin? And his father started looking around, and they won $1,000 just randomly at this jamboree.
And that was back then, so that's a lot of money.
I have no idea if that's still an ongoing thing in Corpus, but I know that they tagged redfish, and it was only a certain amount, like 5,000 or so, and they released them because they wanted to study them via science and whatnot. And they said if you caught one and released it, it was $1,000.
Nice.
You would take down the tag number and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you call it in and stuff like that.
Yeah. It was really cool though. Yeah. That's my redfish story.
That's pretty good. I wish I'd never. Usually my fishing stories are nothing because I'd never caught anything big except for that one time I caught a giant fucking black drum. I told you guys earlier. Giant. Biggest fish I ever caught.
Now, what is a black drum?
Black drum is like a redfish.
It's what a black drum is. I mean, it's a drum, and it's actually.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh yes.
Okay, all right. So it's a fish.
Sorry to be greedy on your.
No. Go ahead. Hey, I bought it for a reason. It's meant to be drank. So, but a black
it's
drum.
It's just so smooth.
Yes, very smooth.
I'm feeling it though. I'm getting crunk.
Yeah, go on. Well, a black drum is it's a drum. It's part of the drum family, and
all right.
And it's a fish that has stripes, but there's two fish out there that have the same.
How
kind
big
of
are they?
I mean, they get pretty big.
Okay,
they get enormous,
like 3 feet.
Bigger.
Mine was
bigger.
so big that I had to have the deckhand secretly help me hold the back end.
I got you, buddy.
Well, I was taking a picture, and he helped me hold it, and but I told him to do it to where it looked like I was holding it.
How old were you?
This was like 3 years ago.
Horrible. Come on, man.
It was a
Man,
big
you 30 fucking 5.
No, I literally fought this. I literally was on the side of this boat for an hour for this fucking fish. For an hour. I actually thought it was stuck. And the deckhand kept telling me, no, you have this. Because I went on a party boat.
Oh, okay.
And he said, no, that's a fish. And I'm like, it's just stuck. And he's like, he comes over, feels the rod. He's like, no, that's a fish. And I was like, how? It hasn't moved at all. And he does it. He grabs a line and he does like this. And then it moves a little bit. He's like, see, I told you that's a fish. Mm-hmm. He said, you're jerking. It's just going to stop moving.
Yep.
It's going to, try to hope that whatever you're doing to it pulls out.
Yep.
I'm like, are fish that smart? He was like, this one is.
Fish, if they get that big, it's because they're smart.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
So what did you win with?
Okay, well, the 5-fish stringer that we had.
Yes.
Okay.
And you had to have 2 reds.
2 reds and 3 trout.
Okay.
Speckled trout. But the thing is, like I said, it was the playing field was evened out a little bit because we weren't looking for upper slots, the bigger fish that we were able to keep. And with redfish, the slot goes from 20 inches, which is a minimum length for a redfish, 20 inches.
So it had to be. So there was also a length minimum.
Yes. No, definitely. That's how you do the fishing. It's all by length. And then what you're doing, you're catching it by length, and then you going in and you're weighing it.
Okay.
So if your fish weighs heavier than the other guy's fish, then you're winning. That's just how it is. But the redfish, the slot.
Neat.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. The slot consists of the minimum length of a redfish is 20 inches, and the maximum slot redfish is 28. All right.
So if you turn in a 29-inch fish, it's disqualified?
Disqualified.
Okay.
And you're disqualified from the tournament.
Oh.
Yeah, because you're supposed to keep track of your length.
Obviously. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well,
and that's length. I'm just, again, because I don't know shit about fishing. That's just length from tip of fin to tip of
the nose, the front of the nose to the very tip of the table. The tail. Okay. You swipe it down. However long, the longest it gets. That's tip to tip.
Okay.
All right. And like I said, the playing field was evened out because we weren't looking for upper slots. They gave us a length max for reds, which was 25 inches.
So 28 inches for trout, and then 25 inches for red.
No, 25 inches for red, and then the trout, the minimum length is 15 inches, and the maximum length for the tournament was 22 inches.
22 and 25.
Yes, 22 and 25. All right, and our stringer that we weighed in was 17.6 pounds.
Good God, Lord.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a lot, but it
No,
sounds like it is.
Good night. Is that a lot?
For
Is that-
five fish, for 5 fish, and that
So that was all 5 of your fish together.
all together was
Okay.
17.6, and with the length requirement, that's really good. It's not great, but it's really good.
So is that how
Well,
they
apparently
judge?
it was the best today because you
Yes,
won.
definitely.
So
It
is that
was
how
the
they
best.
judge based off the length of all 5 together?
Well, no, you gotta meet the requirements of the length. Okay, and then whenever you turn in the fish,
I mean, based off the weight of all 5
Yeah.
together.
you turn in the fish, and they weigh the fish all together.
So it's not an individual weight; it's length of all 5 and then weight of all 5
Weight
together.
of all 5. Yeah, well, the length is just you just make sure you
Just
met
to
the
make sure you're in.
requirements.
Yeah.
Your
Length doesn't really matter. It's
Length
just-
doesn't matter. It's just the weight. You know what I mean? But you gotta meet the requirements.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But we won with 17.6.
Who was second place?
The loser.
Or at least what weight were they?
I think they were like 16 pounds, almost 16.
So you were a full pound ahead.
Almost about a full pound. Okay. And then third place was my buddy Brad, which I gotta say I'm very
Fish
happy.
Whisperer?
Yes, I'm very happy that I was able to beat my buddy Brad because I mean.
Well, that's right. I saw his video because I know his girlfriend. Yeah, Kim.
Kim Dowd.
Kim Dawes. She's now a game warden.
Shout out.
Not a game
Not a
warden.
game warden, but she works for Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Yes.
That's cool though.
Yeah. So we got a person in the inside, but not like totally in the inside.
It's not like you could cheat.
She's a biologist, super fish biologist. She studies them and knows what they're gonna do.
Yeah, something similar to that. Yeah.
You know, I've met a lot of fish biologists because
Starring Kim.
all 3 of my sisters wanted to go into that field whenever they were younger, so we met a lot of them because, Dad being a preacher made it happen. You'd be surprised what kind of pull preachers have. Anyway,
I'm
I know-
not surprised at all.
yeah, I know a lot
The
of fish.
Inquisition.
I know a lot of fish biologists, and they're kind of all the same way. They're kind of all this. They know way more about the ocean than any normal person should. They're all really cool people.
Yeah.
A lot of them live around this area.
I've always like you knew Pops,
Yes.
and his knowledge for fishing was kind of weird when you never really saw him fish.
No, never.
You know how he loved fishing. He'd always talk about if he could be doing anything, he'd better be fishing instead of golfing.
Yeah.
You
It's
played
just so
basketball
easy.
with him. You got whooped by him
Yes.
in basketball
Yes, we did.
while he was in his 50s.
Yeah.
Fishing is just
He had a jump shot.
so
He had a jump
easy.
shot.
I mean,
He had a lot of
and I'm
jump
not even
shots.
talking competitive fishing. I'm not trying to downplay the sport. I'm just saying you could sit there with a pole and drink.
Exactly. I was just going to say it
Sit
is
there
very.
all day, and maybe you only catch 2 or 3 fish, but that's it. That's all you need to do.
I'm like,
Just
what do
sit
you
there.
do?
But
Like
that's
you.
what you call fishing, though.
Yeah.
Yes, that is fishing.
That's
What y'all do is apparently catching.
Catching.
Yeah.
sir.
There's a difference. Valid.
There's a big.
'Cause my dad
I
always
wasn't
used to
trying
make
to
this-
downplay. I was just
No.
My dad always used to make this joke because I used to be a little shit kid, and I'm still a little shit kid.
I remember.
And I used to bitch him like, man, I ain't catching shit. And my dad's like, well, if blah, blah, blah. Let me reiterate. I said if that was the case, then we would call it catching and not fishing.
Fishing, exactly.
so. Let me ask you if you.
He said it way better. He has a better accent, but you get the gist.
Let me ask the champ a few questions, if I may.
All right.
Cheers to the champ again.
Cheers to the champ.
Cheers to the champ.
Cheers to the champ.
And this
So-
fancy, by the way, neat is wonderful.
Yeah, it's
Throw-
really good. I've drinking a lot of it. I really
throw
feel the
that-
buzz.
Mr. Bandito, throw that ice out. Have this neat.
So a few questions for the champ. Was there some sort of system that they announced the winner over, or was it just kind of a quiet thing?
Well, no, I mean, okay, well, after we fished, there was a weigh-in time. All right, and you had to be in the line to weigh in at a certain time. You can't be past a certain time. Like today, the weigh-in time started at 2:30 and it ended at 4:30.
So as long as you were in the line before 4:30.
4:30, you qualified. Okay, and well, as we
Let me ask you, do you know what time you entered the weigh-in line?
it was around like 3 something.
So around midway point.
Yeah, midway point,
Okay,
somewhere
okay,
around there.
okay.
But I mean, when we got done fishing early piece, we were pretty satisfied with our stringer. We took our time heading back. stuff like that. So we didn't, we
kind of talking about it a
yeah,
little.
Well, I mean,
kind of going, should we fish for an hour more?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Should we just grind it out for that? Maybe 30 minutes to an hour.
Maybe we won't catch anything, but maybe we will.
It sounds like, man, this sounds like a lot of pressure. Like
this sounds like it could be a Michael Bay movie.
Dude. Wait, it can be, but how many explosions were there?
Yes. Like whenever you reeled one in and it was the wrong fish and you threw it back,
we got a group.
Giant nuclear explosion on the water,
We got a drum. Bring in the chains.
All
right. So you were in line.
Well, we weighed in and stuff like that, and I mean, once we weighed in, we got the weigh master in there. He checks the length and he weighs everything, and whatever he says is, set in stone. You can't, if you argue with it, if you try to argue and say it's wrong, if you want to remeasure,
it's like arguing with the umpire.
Yeah, well, with fishing, you gotta.
I'm just imagining someone. No, fuck you, fuck.
Well, no, I mean it gets heated like that sometimes, but really, whenever you're contesting it, you gotta pay something for the contest. You know what I mean?
You gotta kind of bribe them to make them look twice.
It's not even that. It's just you gotta pay up something. Whatever they say. Like it could be like $100 or something.
So what would be an example of a contesting? Like, what are you contesting? Weights?
Contesting either weight or the way that he measured your fish.
Like, no, you should measure it this way.
Because like,
I wouldn't imagine weight would be contested so much as the length.
Because sometimes
the length, because you can. I've seen it done before. I've done it before. You can flatten a fish and stretch it out enough to make it legal so the game warden doesn't give you a ticket.
Well, sometimes in some weight masters, they might slip up and not put the fish all the way butted up against where it stops,
or something might shrivel up a little or shrink up a little bit,
something
or
like that. But it's mainly just just something that the weight master just didn't really look at. You know what I mean? He looked over. You know what I mean? And if it measured longer than the required measurements, then you're disqualified.
Sure.
So, and then if you want to contest that, be like, hey, he measured it wrong. It's going to cost you something. Shit like that is not free in the tournament. You got to
cost a little bit extra to contest.
You got to do something. You know what I mean?
This ain't FIFA.
Okay.
And you ain't Russian, so
yeah, no, exactly, yeah. But yeah, no.
So go on.
But yeah, well, we measured in and everything, and it's just once we figured out the weight, we were pretty satisfied. We were like, man, because my buddy the night before, last night actually, he called me up and he was like, man, I think 18 pounds is gonna win this. And I was like,
that was my next question. How confident were you once you knew your weight?
he was confident since he texted me this morning. I know that.
Well,
did 17.6 you said?
17.6.
Did that sound like a lot?
I mean, for the size, it was pretty decent. But the thing is, we could have weighed in a little bit better if we had a bigger redfish.
So let me ask now about your links. Were they towards the minor part of the scale, towards the upper part of the scale?
Well, one of the redfish was right in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one we needed to upgrade, but we couldn't upgrade. It was just impossible for us to find a redfish. It was just horrible.
Was that your biggest fish?
No, our biggest redfish was 24 and a half.
Okay.
But that was the guy that I never fished with, Corey. He came in the clutch and caught that at the very end of the day.
Ooh.
Yeah. Awesome.
So you say he came in the clutch, and I keep thinking you could just go. I'm right there with you. It's like you just drop a. Hold on, let me articulate this. You just throw a line in and you just pick the size. You just go oh fuck, I gotta come in the clutch. I need a 22-pounder.
Did you ever play Zelda for Game Boy? There's a mini game of fishing, and you could choose kind of which fish you go for. And that those fish are super deep, so there's obviously no way that Link can see those fish. But that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah,
this dude kind of got Assassin's Creed vision. Yeah. And he's looking down in the water.
The eagle vision.
That one.
I wish it was that easy.
Okay, so you went up there. You were pretty confident about your 17. Oh yeah, you might want to turn off your ringer there, guy. Oh. Good night.
I don't know what that is. Is that you? Oh. Continue on. I got to go figure out something.
Oh yeah, we gotta lose our host for a little bit, but that's fine. That's fine. We lose show. So you were pretty confident about your 17.6 weight.
Well, I was pleased. I wasn't really confident because of my friend.
So you didn't think you weren't sure if you would win first place.
Yeah.
we
were like, kind of like weighing, our odds. We're like, should we go back and fish some more? Because that one redfish that we needed to upgrade.
Were you confident that you would place at all?
Oh,
like
yeah. We were confident that we would actually, show, at least show.
I know he was. I don't know if anybody was else on his team, but I know.
Oh, no, we all were.
You were blowing me up. Like, again, saying blowing me up as a good thing, because I was like, fuck my. Today you made me not like my job and not what I did on my Saturday at all. I was like, I don't want to do anything but what you're doing.
So
he's showing me, he's all like, hey, this guy, I get a boat whenever I need it. Beautiful fucking bay area, and all that stuff. And then he's all like, oh, and then he shows me his catch. And he's like, oh, it's all right. They're all right. They're all big. All of them are almost
massive
way
fishes. Bigger than you've ever caught.
Well, no, I do have one picture of that giant fucking thing that I had to throw back because it was loaded with worms, but way bigger than any other fish I've ever caught prior to then.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it's all right.
It's all right because, like I said,
he was going to win, and I knew it because that confidence, I knew he was going to win. He went in there, and he did the high rule thing and and just picked the fish and won.
He was able to move his rod or his lure through the water.
Right, and then in the last place,
with precision. with laser-like precision.
Laser-like.
Yeah. I was all in front of your camera. I am so sorry. That is my bad. So did they announce it over a loudspeaker?
Well, they announced it at the end of the.
Before you go on, he also he did all that and won the championship. And the only thing you want to do to celebrate was come right here on Man Cave Live.
Yes.
He was like, "Hey, I just won first place. I want to be on the podcast.
I want to be on Man Cave Live, which is more than a pack."
Podcast.
Yeah, he can do it better.
Sorry,
he's got a better voice.
We're a little.
Hey, we've never done.
Jesus.
Shrek is going to be pretty upset that he didn't get to join us in our slur.
Don't listen to this part 2.
Don't watch this part 1.
So I'm trying to get to the. How did they announce it?
I'm just going to say, I'm going to cheers you for being a better interviewer than I have been tonight.
Oh, I'm Larry King, baby. I'm leaning forward.
You know what? Yes, let's get to the hard facts.
Yeah,
because I've been
Tell me all about it.
I've been sitting here scotching and drinking.
So how did they announce it?
Okay, well, I mean, after everybody weighs in, you know what I mean? Because it takes a little while, and they got to, document everything, and then
first before we get into that, I feel like I have one more question I need to ask before we get to this.
All right.
How many days did it take you to catch your full string? Like from the first day you caught it until the last day you caught your last fish?
So this is a multi-day
No,
tournament?
this is all one day.
Oh, I thought it was multi-days. Okay,
Holy
so
No. Well, the thing is, we pre-fish the week prior.
Sure, and I think that's where I got the multi-days.
Yeah,
So you already know where the hot spots are coming in.
Well, that's what we're doing with pre-fishing. We're trying to figure out where the fish are.
Sure.
All right. So
These motherfuckers.
So
yeah, it's a lot of homework that goes
It
into
is.
So
Jesus
thinking about your
Christ.
5-fish string,
Fishing is hard, viewers.
how many
very
hours
hard, very hard.
from the time you caught the first fish you included on the string? How many hours until the time you caught the last one? You know what I'm asking?
We started fishing at 6:00 this morning, and I caught my first fish. It was around probably like 6:45.
So pretty quick.
Pretty quick. Yes, it was awesome because it was a redfish. It was the first redfish, and it was my 22 and a half.
Oh,
and
big motherfucker that early in the morning. Okay, big bastard.
22 and a half. Man.
But
the fish is bigger than me when I was born.
Look, hey, listeners, look up here. This is the guy's like, look at that. Comes out. He's in the water with this.
So are any of these part of your? Oh, I'm sorry. Go back.
Oh, it's okay.
Are any of these part of your string?
No.
Okay.
This is like,
these are just fun fish.
These are just fun fish.
These
This
are fun
is just
fish.
what I catch on a normal Tuesday.
Well, this is like whenever we had the old limit when it was 10 per person. Now it's 5 per person.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Of course.
This was a couple years ago. But
Oh, see,
John,
I'm still impressed.
this is the old limits. We don't do that limit anymore. We've moved on past
Maybe
that.
I should give you the pipe.
yeah, right.
Humana.
But no, this was like a couple years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, that was actually whenever we first started learning how to use how we fish now. You know.
Oh, so it's even worse because that's when he was first learning how to fish.
Yeah.
You'll understand. El Monchingon Pichi Fisher. As I was learning, watch out, look how big it is.
Yeah,
So-
that was like the beginning of our heydays.
So the entire 5 string, about how many hours do you think it took you to?
Okay, so we started fishing at 6.
Okay.
And then we stopped.
6:45 was
Yeah.
the
Which
first
is late for fishing,
Yeah,
from my
6:45
understanding.
was my first fish. Yeah, which is,
Now,
Relatively late.
was there a time constraint? Like you couldn't begin fishing for the tournament
it
until
started
4
at
a.m.?
it started at 6.
Okay,
Right,
all right. So you started
Yeah.
fishing.
So, I
Does
mean,
that mean on the boat or out in the bay?
start fishing, line in the water.
Line in the water.
Line in
Yeah,
the water.
it doesn't-
How do you
So-
verify that though?
well,
Like, did they mean
yeah,
like
that's a
you
valid
leave
point.
the dock?
No, you could leave. Some tournaments you could leave the dock before,
Because I know everyone's trying to get that edge.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because
Well,
my pop, Pops always says you ain't fishing unless you're starting at 4. Like at 4, out in the water.
yeah,
Like, how do they prove you didn't start at 5:30?
Well, they don't.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
they don't. It's just that it's all word of honor.
Okay, I got
basically.
you. And I'm guessing the people at that fishing tournament, since they were only 90,
They take it
that
very
was a pretty-
seriously.
it was
Yeah,
a
we
pretty-
take it pretty seriously.
Yeah, nobody was doing
Well,
it.
it's a competitive. It's a sport.
Yes,
it's
it's
sportsmanship.
good sportsmanship,
You want to
no
know that if somebody else does it, oh man, you
Yeah,
did
you
it. You were
fucking
able to
cheat,
do
mother-
that.
Yeah.
Well, not like hating, but you're like, if you did it, at this certain hour and these time frame and these constraints, like, oh, that's good. So you
Yeah.
want to top it in those same
Yeah.
time frame. It's like a video game. You want to do it the way that they did it.
Well,
It's like a video game.
It's like a video game.
It's a tournament. It's a tournament.
Tournament.
I kicked her.
Oh,
yeah.
you're fine.
But no, it's a tournament, so
Very
it's
loose.
very competitive. You know what I mean? You got people out there, and you have those certain few where they will cheat.
So
I mean, it's just
They cheated. They used the high rule fish code before they
Assassin's
did.
Creed vision, the Eagle vision. So
They cheated in fishing.
So on your string, your five fish string, when did you catch your last fish?
the last fish.
And you said you were in line about 3.
Yeah, 3. So my last fish was probably close to like 130.
and it was you that won, not the group. It was,
No, our whole. Well, see, the thing is, we swept it. We won first.
You swept them?
Well, we won first place stringer, overall stringer with the 5 fish, and then I won side
Big
pot,
fish.
side pot big trout because
Big
I
trout,
caught
okay.
the biggest trout.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and the biggest trout didn't have to belong in our stringer.
Was it something like this?
Oh, so it could just be one of the
Was it-
regular fucking fish that you caught.
So another
Yeah.
picture here. Was it bigger or smaller than this?
Oh, it was definitely smaller than that.
Really?
Wow.
What is that?
That's a 27.5-inch trout right there.
It's very
That's a
nice.
big bitch.
27
you
and a half or almost 20. It's probably like 28 inches.
And,
Actually.
and just because you've already shown us a picture that wasn't during this tournament, this was during this tournament.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, these are
That's a big fucking fish. Look at that sumbitch.
these are fish that I just catch.
How do you
I got
catch this in the water?
This motherfucker. These are fish that I just catch.
Yeah.
Like
on a
in the
normal-
water.
On
I'm
a
in the
normal
water.
Wednesday. I
See,
go
I have
into a
this-
lake, and
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah, they're out there.
I have this misconception that you have to be on a boat to catch fish.
Yeah, you can
Like-
catch fish off a boat.
Well, yeah,
Obviously.
obviously you're supposed to.
Yeah, well, yeah, but,
Those are the rules,
but, I mean-
Mr. Bandito.
Well, no.
You're in a boat and you catch fish.
well, no, I mean, like honestly, with tournaments, wade fishermen are usually the ones that win it because you're not confined in a boat that makes a lot of noise, and also
Oh, that makes sense. That
Yeah,
that
yeah,
does.
boats make
so
noise
so
and-
these speckled trout, like this big bastard right here, they swim in this low. I mean, because obviously,
Oh,
are you
they-
wait?
they-
Are you low or are you on a sandbar?
I'm actually that's a flat. Yeah.
You're in a flat.
That's the natural.
The
natural incline.
That water stays like that for probably like another couple hundred yards around.
So
and they just what are the I guess I'd have to ask biologist Kim.
They're feeding. What
are they eating? Is it squid?
Well, no, they're
crabs.
They're eating shrimp, mullet, croaker, and that's what we use. We use croaker.
Oh my god!
And croaker.
Croaker is like the zombie fish.
Well, no. Well, see, the thing is, croaker.
It's a zombie fish.
Well, it's actually a natural predator to a trout. They eat.
What croaker gets that? Oh, the babies.
They eat
the smaller ones.
They eat trout eggs.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. They eat trout eggs. So what a trout would do.
Oh.
So what a trout would do,
there you go,
if there's a croaker around and they have a bed somewhere around, they will attack the croaker. For
our viewers that don't know about fishing, I know croakers because I've literally caught more croaker than most people have ever should. if I've ever went saltwater fishing, I've only caught croaker, all the time, every time. So are you aware what a croaker is?
I am not. Please inform me.
So a croaker is called that for a reason, because when you catch it and you pull it out of the water, it goes.
It croaks.
Does it actually make that noise?
Yes.
It croaks.
Yes.
It croaks.
And I call it the zombie fish for two reasons. One, it does croak like that, like a crazy person, like a dead person. And it uses cut bait. So you know what cut bait is. You cut it, kill it, and you hook it on a line and let the other bigger fish eat it.
Yeah, that's right.
As you're doing that and it's already cut in half, it will still croak. You're throwing in the water cut in half and it's still going.
Yeah, definitely.
In half.
Croaks, yeah.
It's in half.
Well, it depends where you're cutting it. Like,
well,
if you're cutting it
you
down
don't
the
wanna,
body, it's still gonna be alive.
Well, you want it to be
somewhat
croaking. You want to cut it.
Yeah. Well,
Pop's always told me cut it in the area where it's still going to be vocal.
Yeah.
So less the rest of the fish world.
Yeah. Well,
no. Yeah. I'm dying. Come eat me.
Yes, exactly.
So trying to get back to my original point before we went off on this huge tangent, how did you feel when it was announced that you won?
Oh, well, the thing is, like,
he felt like I should buy $100 scotch and come to Man Cave Live.
Cave Live.
Well, we kind of knew that we won before the time ended.
Did you kind of have an inside view of what other people's weights were?
Yeah, because we were watching everybody else where they fishing.
So it's kind of
sitting there just looking.
So it's kind of a public thing. It's not really super secret.
No, it's not. Super
I
secret.
imagine like that's where like the huddle is.
Yeah,
that's
everybody huddles around the table.
That's where all the hammer is. That's where all the.
What'd you catch? What'd you catch? What'd you catch?
Like if people would like. You could tell whenever a fish is like oversized, and if they see that there's a fish oversized, they will call it out. That fish is oversized. Oh no,
hey man, that thing's too long.
Yeah, like people are on top of that. Like this is money.
Do you ever have those people like those early dropouts? The minute they saw one contestant come up, like, I'm out. I'm going home.
Actually,
and they don't even show up. They don't even bring their fish.
That's funny because
it happened.
It's happened to that guy Jake. I'm talking about Jake Ragnar. He's actually
Ragnar.
This motherfucker.
He's my new best friend right now. No, wait. I take that back. He's my spirit animal.
This guy has actually shown up to a tournament, like what they call the captain's meeting. It's the night before the tournament. And it's
I like that name.
Yeah. Well, the captain meeting consists of, the people that are running the tournament, and they're basically telling you the rules, everything that needs to happen for this
right, the guy in charge.
Stuff like that. Well, okay, well, the night before, Jake shows up to this one tournament the captain's meeting, and this was a big tournament. Like, it was big money. He shows up to this captain's meeting and literally ruined a tournament, because whenever they saw this man pull up, half of the people wanted their money back.
Why is that?
Because
did he bring dead fish?
No, the thing is, they know that this guy was always on fish. He stays on top of fish. He stays on them.
Oh, he's just like he's that guy. He's like he's the fish god.
He's the guy that
it's like playing against the fish Jesus.
Like put it this way, like he's up there. He is people
like it was easy money for him. hard money for everybody else.
Well, yeah, that. But I mean, whenever you
let me ask you this:
whenever you're on fish and people know that you're on fish, especially like that guy, they don't want to fish against you.
Let me ask you this:
that's basically they're throwing money away.
Let me ask you this: since you're a cavey, you're a caveman now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a new thing.
That's a good one.
Yes,
Caveman.
You're a caveman now. Cavemen.
Cavemen.
Not a man, but caveman now.
Man Cave Live, cavemen.
Because you're an alumni now of the cave.
Even
You
if you're a
finally made
lady.
it as a super fan.
Finally.
You could have been on many a times with your fish stories and our old stories. God, our old stories.
Oh,
Joe
God.
Rogan, you can suck a dick for what the shit we've done.
Man.
That is audio gold.
We could write a book. Books.
We can ride the Britannica
Yes.
of what we've done.
Wow. Yeah.
But so now that, damn it, what was I talking about? Go on.
The tournament.
The tournament.
Yeah. When my friend, how basically he showed up and he ruined the tournament. I mean, this guy, he's that badass.
I mean, we still haven't
Okay,
gotten
so now I know what I was saying. So now that you were, now that you're a caveman,
yeah.
and you have to present yourself now. We'll get you a special Dakota ring, and it does this though.
Oh, come on.
It's coming in the mail.
I still haven't gotten to
But
to the
now
answer
that
to
you are though, when you saw his competitive level, and if someone like that were coming around, would you stray away from it, or would you be like, I want that challenge?
I want that challenge.
You're goddamn right.
I
Right here.
want that challenge.
That's caveman.
I
That's
want
caveman.
that challenge. You know
That's
what I mean?
caveman right there. Somebody thinks they're better than you, fucking challenge him.
So
Sportsman-like,
Yes, definitely.
and then shake his hand, and what you got?
Definitely.
So you still
if they
haven't really,
win, but you're a caveman.
Yes.
you
we
still haven't
win.
really gotten into it though. How do they announce it?
Okay, well, after
Please tell me there's a clown.
After everybody,
Please tell me there's a clown.
No, after everybody weighs in, and they look at all the all the weigh-ins and they document it and everything. They just they get up in front of everybody. They'll say about, all right, we're about to announce the winners, and so everybody sits up and listens or whatever. And this was
Is it a PA system?
yeah, it was a woman in this tournament, and she was announcing the winners.
And you were all just kind of standing there on the beach?
we were at this bar.
At this point, well, hold on. Did you already know you already won?
Yeah, I already knew that we won because
The weight's been
the
weight's been announced.
Yeah, no, everybody's already weighed in, and I was keeping track of what people were weighing in because it was the weigh master would scream it out. Well, not really scream it, but he would tell the person that's documenting it.
So there were probably a few teams that already knew who won because there were probably a few teams keeping track.
Oh no, not a few teams. All teams can't keep track. This is money you're talking about. So everybody keeps track, but I knew before they announced that we won because Brad, whenever he showed up and he weighed at 15 pounds, I was like, all right, cool, we won. Because he was before he weighed in, he was telling me, oh, I beat you, bro. Sorry, man. I was like, no.
Wait, he came up to you?
No, he was talking on the phone, because he was coming up to weigh.
Okay.
So he was like killing me. You know what I mean? I was like dying inside when he was telling me, oh, I beat you, bro. Sorry, man. And he comes in and weighs in at
trash talking. He was doing that.
he comes in and weighs it at 15
He's like,
pounds.
man, you should go home, man.
15, boo.
But that's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. But yeah,
So
I knew we won before they announced it.
Was there like a moment of elation?
Oh, of course. You know what I mean? It's whenever they announce you're number one.
Oh, I know, man.
Yeah, come on.
Look,
now.
I know.
Motherfuckers, eat that,
So if you don't mind discussing it, what was your prize?
Check it out. All right, well.
Oh, he told me earlier, and I said, hey, will you say that on the show? He says, I have no problem telling them. I was
no. Okay, well, the first place stringer, we won.
Stringer, you have to.
Yeah, the 5-fish stringer. Okay, first place 5-fish stringer won $1,500. Or no, $1,600.
That was you.
Yeah, well, our team. $1,600 and a trip to Barbados.
Paid.
Entirely.
Yes. Let's show that next pic.
Right.
But yeah, we
Listeners, this is not the pick, but this is not the picture that won him the
It's
championship.
just more bragging rights.
Just
from
more
the champ.
bragging rights. This is
from the champ.
This is actually close to what I pulled off the boat that they told me to throw back. Is this a black drum?
No, that's a bull red.
This big bastard. It's not even red.
How much is that? How
I know that bull reds are not really that.
That right there was about 44 inches.
Damn.
God, and you pulled that.
Yeah.
I'm
Where
gonna be
is
mad.
that?
I'm gonna be
That's on the
upset.
beach.
I'm gonna be upset about this.
Obviously, it's on the beach, sir.
Right near the beach.
Right.
Over
the
in
Boy.
Freeport.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Freeport. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna be upset. Did you do that in those shorts,
Yes, sir.
waiting on that beach?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm upset and
How
jealous.
deep did you go in the water when you caught him?
Oh, well, I was
Like, were you all the way up to your navel?
I was up to my neck in water. Yeah.
Holding the fishing pole above his head.
Well,
and
no,
shit?
I was going in the water that deep to cast, and then coming back to
that's
chest deep
kind of like
water.
well, you go out to the sandbar.
Yeah,
To a
sandbars.
certain many. What's the third sand?
The second sandbar.
Second sandbar.
Because the third sandbar is usually about like
Well, the third sandbar is very
about three-
choppy, and
about
you get the
300
waves in your
about
face,
300 yards
right?
out. Yeah. Well, the second sandbar is where, like, whenever you're at the beach and you see the water crashing, that's right above the second sandbar.
Right.
I got
Yeah.
you.
And with the sandbar, you're aware of the sandbars.
yeah, yeah.
No, viewers, the
We grew
sandbar
up on
here.
the Gulf. Yeah, we're used to
The
sandbars.
sandbar here and down here in the Gulf is like there's actually shelves of walking that you can walk on the sand.
Yeah.
You can actually go to the first sandbar, and then before you get to the second one, bloop,
It drops down
you
and it comes
completely
back.
like could be like a whole 10
Yeah.
to 12.
Well, I
even
mean,
feet deep,
well,
and
the-
then
the-
you walk. You have to
That's-
swim and then walk up, and then you're like upright, almost like he is right here.
well, to the second sandbar,
Well, this is after the fact.
to get to the second sandbar, you have to go through neck deep water. It's neck deep.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you're
right.
neck
It's
deep,
pretty
so you're-
deep.
Yeah, so you're walking with your pole, above
Yeah.
your head, so you ain't get it
Well,
wet. And you just
you say neck deep. I said swimming. Tomato,
well,
tomato.
yeah. But to you, it's gonna
I
be
kicked
swimming.
the camera again. I
To
am
use-
so sorry.
To you, it's gonna be swimming.
Keep going. Keep going. No, there. Keep.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
But
Keep
yeah, for you,
Right there?
yeah, since you're five,
I'm swimming.
You're 5 foot nothing, so
I'm,
yeah,
I'm,
you're gonna be
I'm,
swimming.
I'm 5. No, Chito.
No,
To-
he's
no, no.
5'2".
No, I'm 5. Look, we've established it. I'm 5 foot Altuve.
Okay, all right, cool. So 5'6", 5'4", somewhere around there.
Whatever he says.
Yeah. He says it's 5'6", but he ain't 5'6".
Neither am I.
But yeah,
You know, the best part is that very first show that we ever did on camera. I was like, oh wow, the viewers really get to see how tall Pudgy is because he walked right behind me and he was lower than my shoulder.
I'm not a midget. God damn. What the fuck?
You're almost there, buddy.
I'm really not.
That's hilarious. But yeah. Well,
I hate these people, but I love them at the same time.
to the second sandbar, you have to go through neck deep water. Yeah. So I mean, but after the second sandbar, that's when it gets to like 8 foot deep.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
It's the second sandbar that's the big giant.
Well, it's the third sandbar. It's in between the second.
I've never
and
made it
third.
to the third sandbar. I
It's-
don't go out that
it's in
far because
between
the
the-
waves fucking hit you. They
Well, yeah,
slam
but
at you.
the thing is also the third sandbar is usually like about 200 to 300 yards out.
Yeah.
So
And just to give a timeline, you won this tournament today.
Today.
yes,
Today.
sir. I woke up at 3:00 this morning.
And he's
Get
still
ready.
rocking.
Yes.
Came here to Man Cave. He specifically wanted to come to Man Cave Live.
He's like,
'cause
I won.
a super fan.
I gotta go to Man Cave Live, baby. I'm going to MCL.
He's got to have what media faucet that would just glorify his
Yes.
first place trophy, and with $100. You know what? I'm glad you did. And Man Cave Live thanks you. All the caveaholics and cavemaniacs and cavecast and cavemen.
That's the new name, Cavemen.
Cavemen.
You're a caveman.
Cavemen.
Cheers you for glorifying us with your attribute of strength and victory.
Yes.
That's what we do here. Can I do that in enough of a deep voice to make it sound prestige?
With your strength and victory.
You do it better. No, just do it in your regular voice. But
With
slower.
your strength and victory.
All right, now you need a little bit of bass.
Thank you.
With your strength
And victory.
and victory.
With your strength
That's
and victory.
That's better. That's way better than mine now.
We thank you.
So moving on.
yeah.
Right here
Oh,
on Man Cave Live.
Little gimmick reel.
Well, that's a pretty cool thing, man. We don't
Yeah.
often meet fishers. This
Yeah,
is
and I mean honestly,
Well, thank you for leaving your your award-winning fishing pole.
yeah, that's actually I won that fishing pole at a tournament also. They gave him out for like
Well, I was gonna lie and tell everybody that was the one that won it.
nah. Actually, the one that won it is inside my
Ruined
truck
everything.
Right now. The one that won is in my truck. So, it was a blast.
Wait, that truck?
Yeah, that one right there. My SUV.
Blackjack.
Yeah. Don't worry about all the stuff in the back. You're good. But yeah, no, it was a blast. Honestly, I mean,
A blast. This guy went to work. And just I had to go out and just travel on the boat. And like he was sitting there like, oh man, this sucks having to travel out this far. And showing me videos of him on this boat traveling in the middle of the fucking nowhere. I'm like, I'm sitting in front of 3 fucking computers, all 3 phones, 3 computers. Everybody's bitching at me. This is terrible compared to what he had to do for work.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's very enjoyable, and I love doing this. This is a passion of mine. You know what I mean? I love doing this.
You know, I'm glad that you brought your passion to my passion.
Yes.
Because you viewers are me and the captain's passion of entertaining you, making you laugh, telling you something entertaining, and
being wrong about it.
And being absolutely wrong. I cannot wait for your hate mail and your hate comments and your stuff to correct us that we're wrong, because I love it.
We look forward to it.
Oh my God. Because you can't have
I love being corrected.
You can't have $100 scotch and expect to be right. Because you've already won.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think that works.
Yeah.
You can't expect
It works.
It works. You know, fuck it. I don't know.
Well, congratulations, sir.
Well, thank you very much. And
is this your first tournament you've won? Or?
No, I've won other tournaments.
I have one question. After,
Jesus.
I have one. I don't know where I'm going. I have scotch. $100 scotch. Mumbles, brought to you by $100 scotch. by Balveni, 12-year.
Does this thing come with a trophy?
It actually did, but I gave it to the guy that actually paid for us to get in.
I wonder if you could. I wonder if you could make copies of said trophy.
I mean, you probably could. You know, I mean, it's
you know
just
what?
A regular trophy.
You know, Chito, Mr. Bandito, I don't care for shit what you did giving away that trophy. I'm just gonna say I'll give you this. You are the best fisherman that I know, and here's a little tribute.
You're the best
around.
Yeah.
I need to work on that soundbite there.
Yeah, it was
very aggressive and very short.
Very aggressive. God damn.
Now, I have one question. This is a picture I pulled up on your Facebook. I don't know what the fuck prehistoric ass fish this is. Viewers, check this out. What is that? Look at this fucking thing. What is it?
That is what you call a Jack Crevalle.
Jack Crevalle.
Yes.
Now, viewers, and I know...
Is it named after someone?
No,
by the name of Jack?
No, it's just
Crevalle?
a jackfish.
I got you.
Yeah, a jackfish.
Is this where Jack Mac comes from?
Nah.
No?
No, not at all. But no, I actually caught that.
I don't know.
I caught that fish in waist deep water.
Oh.
He was telling me earlier that he caught this at the Texas City Dikes.
Well, right to the side of it was off the Texas City Dike. We were off to the left of it, and there's a big flat to the left of it, and that's where I caught it. And it took me about almost an hour to reel that in. I was chasing it all the way around the flat. I mean, that thing was burning my line. I mean, it almost took all my line. Yeah, so I had to chase it.
So did you do with the thing like that Ken told me about with that giant drum that I caught? We're gonna do it on the next show. You're coming back. you're caveman.
Yes.
I like not caveman, but min.
Yeah, men.
Min. You gotta say very min.
Caveman.
Like you're caveman.
Men.
Caveman.
Men.
You're a caveman. Like that's like prestige. Like we aside from your special Dakota ring that we're gonna send you in the mail, we're gonna get you a badge. We're gonna validate his parking.
Get you an invite to the special Discord.
Validate my parking.
Actually, you know what? You're invited to the Blue Rhino, the famous Christmas Blue Rhino.
Oh, really?
You know what that is?
No,
So have you ever heard of a white elephant? You know what a white elephant Christmas party is? We do a Blue Rhino. This was invented by the Count motherfucking Crosby.
Count motherfucking Crosby.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to come back.
Al Green, come on now.
Yeah. So this Christmas event is white elephants. You know, you keep passing around gifts, or whatever. You bring a gift, you get fucked with a gift, you go, you know, so on and such forth.
Yeah.
The Blue Rhino is you bring the raunchiest gift that you can think of.
It's nothing but joke gifts.
Raunchy gift.
Gag gifts, yeah.
Fucking
Well, mine wasn't
giant,
so raunchy. I brought a die-hard coloring book.
Well, it's two parts. You bring one good gift that's nerdy and, you know, relative to you know, being fun,
Yeah.
All
and
my
then
gifts
one
are nerdy.
raunchy mother, like nobody's done it, but I know they're going to, like a giant freaking like tower high dildo. I wait for somebody to get it, not me.
Jesus.
Oh man, I would
But
like,
you definitely you're coming.
yeah,
you're coming.
I would like to attend.
That's gonna be
Matter of
great.
fact,
to do
I'm gonna
on
tell
the,
the- I'm gonna tell the-
cameras. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the job was to bring your car back. we were gonna rob you, Mr. Bandito, but job was bring it back.
Be careful with my paint.
Yeah. He did wash it today.
Well, congratulations, sir.
Well,
Congratulations.
Thank you very
Mr.
much. And it was
Championship.
honestly, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Yes.
And thank you again for bringing your gloatiness
Yes.
about and you can't. No, I'm actually not joking. You should definitely gloat about that. That is a phenomenal feat to you know to do because I can't fucking fish.
I fished a few times, but-
We know that he fished at that jamboree.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
30
Yep.
years ago.
Yep. It was like 20 years ago, but yeah.
20
yeah.
years ago. That's right. We're not that young. We're not in our 50s yet,
Yeah,
but
no, not yet.
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're
Not
getting
yet.
Not yet. We're getting there. Oh,
Yeah,
35, baby.
Legs are starting to go out. Back starting to go out.
Every time I stand up, I hear my knees crack.
You got to wonder if that
man.
poop, that fart was a.
If it wasn't a little extra. Yeah.
Not that I've ever done that because I
Getting
have
old sucks.
wonderful.
Definitely.
Yeah. Don't. You know what, viewers? I got great advice. Don't get old.
Yeah, just stay young forever.
Yeah.
Just stay young.
Just stay young.
Young at heart, young at everything.
And that advice is not free. That will cost you 1 Bitcoin on the month of every month on the 1st. And we'll send you a box. We'll send you a ludicrous crate. It's so ludicrous that we don't know why you're still selling
Actually,
it.
it's just nothing but ludicrous albums.
Yeah.
Luda!
It's a terrible gift.
It's a pretty good episode.
I would be so pissed.
Why is it nothing but ludicrous albums?
I would just wake up, get that box.
I don't even like this guy.
The fuck?
I don't even know what his song is. I want to. Wait, he's the one. Move, bitch.
Bitch, get out.
Get out
the
the
way,
way.
bitch.
That's-
I'm glad I got that. I'm glad I paid that $80. 1 Bitcoin a month on.
Is it that guy or who was it that found Justin Bieber? Was it Ludacris?
I feel like found Justin Bieber. What was he lost?
No, he was a YouTube singer and then he made him famous.
No, it wasn't
It was it Ja Rule maybe?
No, I don't know. I forgot.
Whoever it was.
Whoever was
Fuck
in
you.
Fast and the Furious episode 1, 2, and 3. I don't know.
Fuck.
Somebody with his in
You
those.
gave us Bieber.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways, Chito,
Yes.
Mr. Bandito, cheers for showing up.
yeah, we
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you very
I
much.
know, and cheers for
Glad-
being a
I'm glad
super
to be-
fan.
Yes.
You know, it's not often we get a fan on the show, and it's not often we get somebody that's talented and a champion, or hilarious at the same time, or who brings $100 scotch. So we won. We won.
Yeah, it was us that won, not you.
Yes. Yes. First time we brought a
win.
fan.
It was a win all around.
Hey, first time we brought a fan on, we won.
Yeah.
We win. And that's what Man Cave Alive is about, winning. And if you lose, it's okay too.
That's okay.
You just buy better scotch. You get over it.
Definitely get over it.
Definitely get
Easily,
over it.
Easily.
So we're gonna get out of here, folks.
Well, do you want to do space news real quick? It's really short, I promise. And then we could do top 3, top 5.
There's no top 3, top 5. We're gonna do
Okay.
space news and roll out. So that is space news.
Ba, 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 da, da,
Space news.
Space news.
So there have been some rumors and rumblings within the government and NASA to change the name of the Milky Way galaxy to the Raspberry Rum galaxy. Now, I may have talked about this before in Space News, but I'm not exactly sure, especially since the face that Pudgy's given me, it tells me that maybe I haven't.
I know I'm disgruntled by the rum.
So it turns out the center of our galaxy, based off of all the various gases and stuff like that going around the black hole in the center of our galaxy tastes like raspberries and smells like rum because of all the different kinds of elements and stuff like that in the gas clouds. So you could be forgiven for thinking
that's right. You have told me about this.
Instead of the Milky Way, that it could be called the Raspberry Rum galaxy because it tastes like raspberries and smells like rum. Or maybe it's the other way. It smells like rum and tastes like raspberry. Or tastes like rum and smells like raspberries. But either way,
I'm not upset about it.
Raspberry Rum Galaxy. I think it sounds a lot better than Milky Way.
Yeah, sure does.
Yeah, Milky sounds like I'm going to have churro the whole weekend.
Like, here's a candy bar. And it's not even a good candy bar, it's not even Snickers, This ain't no whatchamacallit.
Like, here's the shit galleries. That's the way I see it. Raspberry Rum is like, hey,
man, we getting drunk.
Yeah. We're going to have sweetness and fun. Right here.
That's really cool. Just the fact that
Galaxy.
we have the instruments that can sense these types of things, that can tell us what a gas cloud smells and tastes like.
And you know what? Every time when you say that, I keep thinking of Richie Rich, the sniffer machine.
Oh, my God. Fucking Richie Rich. Holy shit.
Which was a documentary. Or
like Futurama, the sniffoscope.
Yeah. Same thing. And that was Space News. Ba, 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 ba-da-da.
Space News. You see, I told you, super short.
Super short. Loved it. And you were a part of it, finally.
Short and sweet.
Yes.
Someday you'll be able to tell Space News. And I will too someday. When I'm tall enough. All right, listeners, viewers, we're going to get out of here, but be sure to check us. We never promote and try to tell you to do stuff for us, but check us out on the Facebook and all the social media sites. We have an Instagram. I think we have a Twitter. I don't remember the password, but we do have one.
Really,
we do have a Twitter. But we're going to move on to Twitch. I cannot wait to show you what we're working on. I'm pointing this way because I can't wait to show you what we're working on there for Twitch. It's going to be a lot of us playing old video games and remembering those days of playing those old video games.
But it might take a while. So
yeah, I don't want. I just barely figured out this. So we're gonna get out of here, folks.